Welcome back to Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress. I'm Zach, and with me today are my good friends George and Michael.
Hello.
Hi.
And we are pleased to have with us a special guest. He is a lover of movies and games, part-time perler, and full-time sexy nerd. There are some who call him Tim, but I'm proud to call him my friend. How's it going, Tim?
Oh, wonderful. Likewise. Thanks, Zach, for the lovely introduction. I am great, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm excited to be on your show, and thank you for having me on.
Thank you for having Thank you for coming on. Thank you for having the nerve to come on. This is our MCU Adjacent series, Series 2, Episode 9, so there will be at least one tie-in to that franchise. And today we are talking about James Gunn's Superman from July 7th, 2025.
Yes.
We don't have a ranking system for Series 2, but after we discuss the movie, we will give our ratings for the film and whether or not it's absolutely one of the best movies. As a reminder, we assume the listener has seen the movie before, and of course, there will be spoilers.
Oh, we had to have seen the movie before?
It would help, but we can drag you along. That's fine. Real quick, I do want to say happy second anniversary to my co-host George.
Wait, what?
Happy second anniversary. This is
Our anniversary is not till. Oh, on the podcast.
You and me.
Yeah, me and you. Okay. I was like, did I miss a calendar invite
You've
from my
been
wife?
married a little bit more than 2 years.
Yes.
His eyes got so big, it was like, oh shit, what did I miss?
I know we don't celebrate them, but I just wanted to acknowledge it. All right.
Thanks,
so with
dear.
that out of the way.
I guess I forgot.
I didn't get you anything this year. Maybe that was the problem.
That filament I got you, that's a Christmas and
Christmas
anniversary.
/anniversary. Got it. Understood. Let's talk about movie memories. Would somebody like to go first?
I want to go last.
Okay. You
This
guys
time.
suck.
I'll go first
Middle.
because I don't have much to say. I saw this on HBO. I knew that people were saying that it was good, and I like James Gunn's movies. But I don't go to the movie theater, so I waited till this was on HBO and I watched it, and it was great. And that's it.
All right.
It had actually been a while since I've been to the movie theaters when this movie came out, and a buddy of mine, Kenny, who some of you might know, is my old co-host. He and I decided to go together. It wasn't even really on my radar, I think, because, like me, like so many people, had kind of suffered from superhero fatigue over the years following the Avengers saga, the Infinity War, all that stuff. That was great. And then I kind of fell off superhero movies for a while. And when he suggested, hey, let's go see this new Superman movie, I was like, another Superman movie? But he said, it's James Gunn. It's the guy that did yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay, I can get down on that. Like, almost considered seeing it in 4DX. Maybe the flying scenes would be fun, but decided to save the $5 it would cost extra to do that and, not throw up my popcorn from the seat moving around that much. It was a great experience, actually. I know we're going to talk about the movie a lot. I really like the movie a lot, and I thought it was a great film to see in theater. I guess that kind of goes without saying because it's an action movie. It's got all the big sights and visuals and sounds, but this was particularly extraordinary. I was happy I went to the theaters for it.
Zach.
No, you go because I'm the odd man out.
Oh, we were going with folks that liked the movie first.
Sure.
I got it.
Now we are.
I think my two favorite comic book heroes, hands down, have always been Batman and Superman. And I know that there are people who say that Superman's boring because he's so powerful. And I'm looking straight at you, Zach. But I do think there's always been something interesting, especially if anybody's read the the Kingdom Come series, about a being that has the powers of a god, but yet is more humane than most humans are. And I loved the very first Superman movie as a kid, and sometimes I'll rewatch that helicopter rescue every once in a while, just because that whole "You've got me, who's got you" line always cracks me up. And then ever since that, I just feel like I've been looking for a movie that captures that same "you'll believe a man can fly" thing. And Superman 2 was actually pretty great. Superman 3, I don't know if you guys had childhood dreams of being pulled into that computer and turned into
terrifying.
a robot.
I should rewatch that. I bet you it's not that scary, but
it's not. I rewatched it because I was like, is it as scary as I remember after seeing a meme? It is still creepy. I can see how a kid could be scared of it. But man, I won't even get Superman Returns came out, and I was really hopeful there, and I think that did a pretty decent job of capturing Superman, but it kind of fell short, and I think a lot of it falling short was because this is pre Kevin Spacey being an alleged handsy kind of douche. But
is it only alleged? I thought
I don't think it's alleged.
Oh, it's not alleged anymore? Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I guess for the sake of anybody litigious who's listening, alleged.
Yeah. And that's also like one of my I think one of the worst Kal Penn roles I've ever seen him in. And then I think the Zack Snyder Superman, that'll take a whole other episode for me to trash. But but this actually, I was so stoked for this because I think the world just felt really weird, and this was coming out right after it. Like I think a week later was Fantastic Four. And it just seemed like a light, at least a temporary one at the end of the tunnel, and it totally delivered. I thought, and it was just great. I loved it a lot. I remember, I think I saw it opening night by myself because nobody else was around, and I didn't care. I just kind of went to go see it.
I go to movies by myself all the time, but middle of the day, so nobody else is there either.
Okay.
So I saw it in theaters. I thought it was just okay. It had been way overhyped. I was worried about it being overhyped. I think if I had heard nothing about it, I still would have thought it was just okay. After rewatching, I can confidently say I was wrong about that. This is not a good movie, and I kind of hate it. I came way down on it. I realized that it's primarily a me problem. And I would like to say goodbye and thank you to whatever listeners we had left, especially the new ones that we're going to get from the episode Colby and I recorded yesterday.
But, was it the Metroid one that you guys recorded yesterday?
Yeah. It was it's over 3 hours. It's a good one. But I was gonna say I'll try not to shit on this movie too bad, but that's a lie. I'm gonna I'm not gonna hold back. But it's 3 against 1. It's gonna come out on top.
It's got its problems.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd like to hear about it.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this because even after I rewatched it, I was like, no, this is a flawless superhero movie. I don't think there's any problems.
I can't believe that you like it because to me, it is dumb and boring. So that's my primary issue with it, to get that out of the way. But anyways, we'll get to that. I was not psyched that I had to buy this movie to get the commentary because I'm always I got to listen to the commentary. I was hoping that James, because he does good commentary, I was hoping that would bring this up for me. If anything, I think it might have made it even worse. It was the most low energy, boring commentary I've heard, especially from him. He was bored by his own material. I don't know. I think he's got too much going on. I think that's the problem. I think this could have used a rewrite. Sorry, I'm jumping way ahead. But and apparently
you watch Marvel movie, you love Marvel movies, and you're saying that this has too much going on.
I shouldn't. Don't get
Zach cries in Marvel movies.
I'm saying that that James Gunn has too much going on. He doesn't have enough time to focus on this movie to make it as good as it could have been. Because this is not his caliber of work, in my opinion. But anyway, so I know obviously this is a me problem. I'm in the minority. And I've gotten a discussion with somebody recently, Frankie. Thank you, Frankie. I've discovered that I don't put myself in the movie, and I guess that's the problem. People imagine themselves in the movie. I'm like, no, I'm watching a movie. I'm not doing the work here. So I guess that's just always how I've been. I don't think that's going to change after 50 years, but I don't know. The best part of this for me was not having to take ridiculously detailed notes because George is taking the lead on this one. So with that, I will hand it over to George. Unless you didn't prepare the credits, I can do the credits if you want.
We can do the credits, but
I'm going to give Zach just a little bit of backup on this one. Okay. There are things about the movie I did not like, but it wasn't specifically this movie that I didn't like about it. It's a fundamental thing about superhero movies that's been happening that I did not like, and I'll probably commiserate with you a little bit, at least.
All right.
So you won't be completely alone. There's definitely like, it's got its flaws type thing, like George said. So I'm with you on that.
Okay. All right. This will be a good discussion. Out
of curiosity, when this movie came out, there was a whole lot of this whole thing was a commentary on Palestine and Israel. Did you guys read into any of that, or?
No, I thought it was like super obviously about immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And I actually I don't have a problem with immigrants. I have a problem with people saying, or whoever, I guess I might as well get into it right now. So Superman is like this immigrant. He's literally an alien, but like he's an alien. He's an immigrant. It's an immigrant story. But his parents were dicks and they wanted him to come and conquer the earth. So like, what message are you trying to send here? Like, we should be afraid of immigrants? Like, I think it's confusing to me what was meant behind that. I'm sure that was not the intention, but I think it was unclear.
Israel and Palestine is like, it feels arbitrary to me, right? Like, it just like that just happens to be the two countries over there that are going through a thing right now that is happening while this movie came out. Like, if this was happening in the 90s, people would be saying like, is this a Bosnia, movie or something like that? Yeah, they'd be asking the exact same question. So I think that's like kind of a recurring thing you see in movies sometimes, like just the civil war that's going on over there, or the war that's going between these two smaller nations over there.
Yeah, there's also.
I just thought it was like a bully thing. Like it's one technologically, quote unquote, technologically superior country versus a not as superior country, and bullying that one.
Yeah. So Israel, Palestine.
Well, I was going to say. I mean, we woke up. We commented this earlier. I was like, we woke up today, and what was the news we woke up to?
Yeah. Kind of on the wrong side of this one.
Yeah.
Not by choice. Not by choice.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. You're saying we're the bad guys? I'm shocked.
Right?
It is. I know it's hard to accept.
Anyway, I was just curious. Curious because I didn't understand why everybody's like my understanding with how movies are made is you have to make the script way ahead of time, and I don't remember what the timeline was exactly, but
I feel like every war is a lot longer than we remember.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But I don't know. I don't know on that one. I think Tim said it, where it's like, because of the times, this is the conflict that's happening, and people are grafting that onto this story. It could have been, any other two countries that were ever fighting one another in whatever time. I don't think I could name two other countries right now, to be honest. Let alone two that were at war. The U.S. and Venezuela.
That's the American education system in a nutshell.
Of course, and again, that plot to me felt a little bit like shoehorned. So it could very well have been just like thrown in at the end of the script, right? To make a point or add something like that into it. I don't know. Now you got curious.
Well, James Gunn didn't say anything about any of that we just discussed. He didn't say anything about it being an immigrant story. Didn't say anything about it being about Palestine and Israel.
Sometimes it's about the things that aren't said,
That's right. This is a jazz movie. I think maybe I should have watched it that way, thinking of it as jazz.
Yes, that's what people describe this movie as, the jazz of superhero movies.
It's the jazziest movie. So, George, are you prepared for the credits, or do you need me to do that part?
I mean, I can breeze through the credits. I think, I can probably do the credits. Yeah. I mean, written and directed by James Gunn. I don't know, what can I say without sounding like I'm gargling the guy's balls?
We've already gargled his balls on other episodes too.
I think we've consistently gargled his balls on this podcast quite a bit.
But I don't know if
James Gunn,
Tim or Colby have anything to say about him.
James Gunn is the only person who can make a superhero movie that I like. Like from Super to the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Super is really good.
It's like that he's it, man. Like there are other ones that I've liked, but none of them that I've loved. He's the only one who makes superhero movies that I love.
I mean, what can I say? I've liked James Gunn since the days of PG porn. So
nice.
I am a huge fan of James Gunn, and the way he kind of like the mood that he keeps in his movies, that works for me. Like that works right on my personality and how seriously I tend to want to take, especially movies like that, like action-y movies. Like that's all I'm gonna say on
that. Yeah, I think he's like I think he's the main reason why I like one Zack Snyder movie, and that was Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Ooh. Dawn of the Dead is great.
Yep. I guess moving on to the main cast, David Corenswet as Kal-El, Clark Kent, and Superman. Had any of you guys heard of this guy before this movie?
No, but I looked at his credits, and he was in We Own This City, which was a series on HBO. It's like, you guys know The Wire, right?
Yep.
This is, I would say, like the spiritual successor to The Wire. It's another, cops in Baltimore thing, but it's only one season and I don't know, 6 or 8 episodes. It's got John Bernthal in it, doing a fucking bang on Baltimore accent.
I love John Bernthal.
Oh. Yeah. So it's a good show. But anyways, he was apparently in it, and I didn't even recognize him from I was like, he was in that show, and so I like Googled what he looked like in it. I was like, doesn't even look like the same dude, but it's him.
I hadn't seen him in anything, but I can tell you that like if you shut your eyes and listen to him talk, he sounds a lot like young Brendan Fraser. It's kind of pleasant.
Yeah, I could hear that.
Oh, dang! Now that I just thought about that. I can hear it. Huh. Did you guys like him as Superman, out of curiosity?
I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
As Superman. I don't know. I didn't think he was the problem with the movie.
Yeah.
I liked him. I had a little issue with his haircut when he was Clark Kent.
Yeah.
It's a little poofy.
The bedhead.
They dialed in that like Gen Z.
I was going to say, it's of the time.
It's a broccoli haircut. I hate that.
That was definitely like an old man yelling at cloud moment for me. I was like, are you serious?
Goodbye, Gen Z listeners.
You're Superman.
We didn't
have Super
any.
Boy.
That's right. Super tween.
Did you guys? How did you guys like Henry Cavill as Superman?
I mean, again, he wasn't the problem with the movie.
No, he wasn't the problem
100%.
with the movies. Zack Snyder was the problem with those movies.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I really liked him as Superman.
Yeah, I think Zach is right that Superman can be boring because of how powerful he is. And if what you're focused on is that he's invincible and that powerful, then yeah, Superman's really boring. And that's what Zack Snyder was doing in those movies. When you make him vulnerable and human, and what they did in this movie, I think that's when Superman is an interesting character.
I think he was never more boring than in Superman Returns. Was that the Brandon Routh one?
Routh
again,
yeah.
He was not the problem, but it was just such a snoozer of a script.
Yeah.
I think we're really like honing in on what your problem is with Superman here, Zach.
What do you think it is?
You just don't like any of the movies he's ever been in. Like he's great in all the films he's been in, but I don't like anything else about them.
Yeah, exactly. It's the things around Superman.
Hey, we've got Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. I also have never really heard of her until this movie, but I thought she was fucking great.
She looked familiar to me, and then I looked at her credits, and I recognized her. I never finished the show. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes and didn't think it was that great. But she was Miss Maisel in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And just looking at her other credits, she's been in a bunch of stuff, TV shows that I recognize but don't watch, so I wouldn't recognize her from those. But like early on, she did. Do you remember the movie The Unborn with Odette Justman?
Oh yeah.
And Gary Oldman, like it was really kind of infamous for this camel toe scene.
Oh, really?
What's this movie called again?
It's called
The Unborn. It's a really, really bad. Google Odette Yutzman Unborn, and I'm sure that is the first thing that comes up. But
she was from, what was that movie with the monsters?
Right, Cloverfield,
yeah. She was in the original Cloverfield, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's fine. I liked her in both those movies, but The Unborn was it was a really boring, dumb horror movie that I suffered through in the theater, except for that 10-second scene.
How'd you guys like her as Lois Lane?
I kind of didn't like her, to be honest.
Really? Wait, did you like Amy Adams, or was it Amy Adams?
No, I didn't like her. I liked who's the original Lois Lane? I always want to say it's Margot Kidder. Was it Margot Kidder? Okay, I get her mixed up with the woman in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, I know who you're talking
about. Karen Allen.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like. She was okay. I didn't hate her by any means. I don't buy her relationship with Clark. It just seems unrealistic to me. I don't know. It just seemed like they were getting arguments for the sake of having arguments, so that something was happening, and I don't know. I didn't care for it.
I thought it was better because it felt like, instead of what the Marvel movies do, where they have to explain everything that happens no matter what, Superman and Lois Lane, that they're a couple. So they're just a couple in here. And sometimes couples have arguments for no reason. They make up and that kind of stuff happens. I just appreciate that we didn't have to see them getting together again. It's like watching Batman's parents get shot. I don't need to see it again. I know that it happened. Start a story in the middle. We know these characters. This is fucking Superman.
Well, Colby, if you had watched Spider-Man Homecoming, you would know that they didn't bother with his origin story in the MCU either.
I do not care about Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man
I don't either, but that's a really good movie. I'm 100% with you. I am with you, except for that movie.
I don't like Spider-Man, and I don't like Tom Holland, so I'm not going to watch it.
Oh man, you must have hated our episode where we were pretty much tongue.
I don't think you listened to it.
I don't know. I only listened to a couple of the Marvel episodes.
I don't expect anyone to go back and complete the backlog.
Zach, you're right. This is crazy camel toe.
You save that image for later.
Now I gotta look that up.
Later.
I'm not gonna do it now. I actually liked her. That's gonna be the thumbnail for the videos.
I should have put that as the image behind me.
Anyway, I might have. I think it was because we were coming from Amy Adams, where she was like this Lois Lane that kept yelling Clark in front of everybody, all the police, everybody knew who Superman was in those movies. That I just I really liked her. I thought that I thought their relationship was actually my favorite Lois and Clark out of all the Lois and Clarks that we've had.
What about
so
the show
far.
Lois and Clark?
Which one is that? The HBO one? The HBO one was really good.
It was I don't know, CBS or something, but it's got, what's his name? Dean
Cain? Yeah, fuck that guy.
A fucking asshole.
I liked it.
It was a good show, but that's
it was good before. Yeah, Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher.
Oh. Great. No, she's definitely my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was the reason to watch that show.
Yeah.
We've got Nicholas. I guess let's get to the cast. We've got Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I think I love this guy in almost everything he's been in. I don't know a really bad movie. Tim?
I don't like him. Those. Okay, so I liked him in this movie because he was actually just acting like someone, and I feel like most of the time when I see him in movies, it's just Nicholas Hoult being Nicholas Hoult in a movie. And in this one, he was actually a character, and he was giving that character traits, and that's when I was finally okay, I like him in this one. Most of the things I've seen him in, he's boring to me, and I know there's some people that if you like that person and you like the way that person behaves and acts when they are being themselves, then you're gonna have a totally different opinion about that. But he just happens to be one of those ones that I find to be kind of bland, which I think he did a great job as Lex Luthor in this one, though.
Did you catch him in Mad Max?
I was just about to say.
He was pretty great.
Yeah, I liked him in Mad Max.
He's pretty different.
I forgot that was him because that's how different he was in that one.
Yeah.
I think he was a great Lex Luthor. Because like when the movie started, I'm like, oh man, this guy is irritating. God, I hate him so much. And then I was like, no, wait a second. This is the villain of the movie. I'm supposed to hate him. Oh, he's doing a great job of making me hate him. Like,
yeah, I thought he was really good as Lex Luthor here. I do feel like the character is lazily written though. And I did want to point out he was in the running. You're taking issue with that, Tim.
I can use some lazy writing for a villain sometimes. Why does every villain have to have this crazy backstory where like everything is defined and pieced out and everything? Can I just have a person who's evil, vile, has delusions of grandeur?
Here's my main problem with him. Why does he hate Superman? He just hates Superman. That's his whole thing. I hate Superman.
That's his whole thing in the comics.
But why? Because he's boring. He also thinks Superman is boring. Yeah. Holy shit.
It's pretty well explained. He doesn't like him because he has the amount of power that he has, and he doesn't trust him not to use it. Like, I don't blame him for that either. But that's like, they say it pretty clearly in the movie, and that's like what he is in the comics as well. He's trying to protect humanity as far as he's concerned, and this alien that he doesn't trust he doesn't trust him not to use the amount of power that he has, because he knows that if he used all of his power, humanity's done.
So when he has Superman arrested and Superman doesn't use all of his powers to get away, that's not enough. Like, I don't know.
No.
But he also hates him because everybody loves him.
Do you see how people act now? Like, no matter what, people, like, if you don't trust somebody, you don't trust them. That's like human nature, basically. And to not trust an alien, like a literal alien with the power of a literal god, that's all that I need. Like,
I just think it's a boring reason for him to hate Superman. Like, Superman,
it sounds to me Superman's like you don't need a reason to hate Superman. You just hate Superman, and there's nothing that anybody can say to change your mind. So guess what? You're fucking Lex Luthor, my guy.
That's okay.
It's also because he sees himself as he should be the savior of mankind and humanity, and he hates that everybody else actually trusts Superman and like adores Superman more than they even give a shit about him.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Anyway,
but
okay, moving on since we got to get through. It's a pretty big cast. It's actually a great cast, I thought. Edie Gethegi as Mr. Terrific and Michael Holt.
Oh, he's so good.
I don't know.
Best part of the movie by a mile.
By a mile.
He was great.
He's the best part of this movie by a mile, and I like this movie.
Yeah.
Right. Did you guys catch him in X-Men when he was Darwin? I thought that was one of the worst deaths ever in X-Men.
I was going to say that he's in a ton of stuff I've seen, but I didn't recognize him from any of those. So now I got to be on the lookout for him. Now
I recognized him from House.
Yeah.
I've never watched House.
That's who he is in House.
Okay, that's where I knew him from.
I saw that credit listed. I'm like, who is he in House? But right now, when you said it, it clicked in my mind. Yep.
Yeah, he was the Mormon guy.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I liked him. I thought he was and I didn't know Mr. Terrific as a character or as like a comic book character. So it was kind of surprising to me to just kind of learn like, okay, what does this guy do? As the movie went on, I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. And he was a really cool counterpoint to the Engineer. And I like the way it was like two different sides of the same coin.
I think that fighting scene later was one of my favorite scenes in the whole
best
movie.
Scene in the movie.
Yeah, like easily. Anthony Carrigan as Rex Mason and Metamorpho. Have you guys watched Barry? I fucking loved him in Barry.
I didn't realize that that's who this was until I looked at the credits later. I was like, I had no idea it was that same guy. He's
the Hitman.
NoHo Hank.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. The guy with alopecia. I mean, he literally has alopecia.
Yeah.
So.
He was unrecognizable, but I suppose that was definitely the plan.
Yeah.
And then we have Nathan Fillion,
George.
I keep thinking it's Fillion.
I know you do. I know.
I keep doubting myself.
I've been doing this with you long enough.
I know. As Guy Gardner / the Green Lantern, I don't know. Does anybody have anything new to say about him?
Here's one of those guys that plays the same character in every movie he's in, and it just happens to be one that I like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like, I get sick of the shtick, but when it fits the character, it's perfect. He's perfect for it. And I'm a Green Lantern guy. The Green Lantern is like my thing since I'm a kid. Guy Gardner is my least favorite Green Lantern, but I think they do him a ton of justice in this movie, and I ended up liking him as that character. And yeah, I think like the attitude, the just holier than thou attitude, him doing the middle fingers up to the tank, everything was perfect with this character. And it was nice to see, because Zack Snyder apparently hates Green Lanterns, because the only time you saw Green Lanterns in that fucking shitty Justice League movie was in the Snyder 4-hour cut of it. And there were 2 times, and they were both dead. So fuck Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I thought he was fine in this. I didn't love the character, but it was fine. But
I was gonna say, Colby, did you see that trailer for the Green Lantern?
Yes,
I think there was a teaser trailer for the series. That should be hopefully pretty awesome.
That very rarely do I watch things right away, but that I will be watching as they come out.
Can I rewind just a little bit here? We were talking about Mr. Terrific and the fight scene at the end of it. I know I'm going back in time a little bit here.
That's fine.
But the fight scene, it was really good. And it reminded me of those scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy when Yondu? Yeah, when he does it and shoots the dart around. Okay, so that's a thing. We like it when the superhero has to make little to no effort whatsoever, and then everyone dies.
No, he was calculating it.
I don't disagree with you there. I did find the scene to be good. I thought it was probably one of the best part of the movie for me as well, but only in that it was kind of entertaining. You can only do that once in a movie, because it would be boring if you just walked through everybody. But why didn't he why can't he just walk through everybody if he did that in that one scene? But that, you make a good point. I have a similar complaint about something else later. I'm sure we'll come across it in my notes. But so he already did this in Guardians of the Galaxy
a couple of times.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So like I don't know. I feel like he reused some ideas in this movie.
Well, I mean,
I'm just like,
in the Guardians of the Galaxy comics, that like the arrow that follows Yondu's like commands is his thing, and Mr. Terrific has those balls that he's got. He does
marvelous balls,
nice balls.
That's
the set of balls that guy has.
Powers. Like, you can't be mad at a superhero for using their power the way that they use it.
So there's only 12 notes. I got it.
Exactly. And I mean, Yondu was a ripoff of Mr. Terrific, just like Deadpool's a ripoff of Slade Wilson,
Deathstroke,
Strike or whatever, Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they do. They rip each other off. So there's always a Marvel equivalent to a DC character, or a DC equivalent to a Marvel character. And if you're going to put those guys in your movies, you're going to have them do the thing that they do.
Deathstroke sounds like not too bad a way to go out.
I had to set you up for your cum joke or whatever.
I was about to say, there's no cum jokes in this one, so.
We're not doing an alien movie. There's no synths, so we can't.
No,
we can't
not
talk about
a drop
buckets.
of cum in this movie.
But it kind of reminds me, like it made me think of it's formulaic in a way. We want to see that character do that thing, and when they show up out of nowhere and do that thing, we're like instantly in love with it, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with formulaic if it's otherwise interesting, but as we've established, that was not the case here for me. I didn't think the whole movie was formulaic either, but there were a few things that I thought were reused. But, Colby makes a good point. Yeah. It came from the comics. They're already established. There's only so many ideas.
It's Superman, the first superhero, the one who has, these very set powers and acts a very set way. If you're going into a Superman movie, you're going to see Superman act like Superman.
Well, we were talking about Mr. Terrific, though.
Yes. And that's Mr. Terrific's thing, so he's going to do that thing. He's the leader of the Justice Society. He's the smart one. He's the one who makes the plan. So his whole thing
Justice Gang.
His whole thing is he looks at the situation and then deals with the situation. He doesn't have to he's not super strong. He just knows what he has to do to take care of the thing. That's the way he does things. So,
I did like Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. So to do it any other way would have not been being fair to the character.
Okay,
we got to move on. Strategist. Yeah. Let's
on this tangent.
You're right, Colby. Let's move on.
Look,
all right.
I know that nobody else here has been reading Superman, Justice Society, Green Lantern comics since they were 8 years old here. So I have a little bit more insight into some of these characters. So I'm going to let you know that that's why they're acting the way they are.
I'm going to stop complaining now. We got to move on.
All right. Next up, Isabella Merced as Kendra Saunders, aka Hawk Girl. I didn't really watch any of her other stuff, but when I saw her hit the scene with Last of Us, fucking loved her.
Yeah, she's great.
And I wish that they did more with her in this movie.
My note is criminally underused in this movie. She should have been in it more.
I agree.
Yeah.
But we will be talking about her more in Alien Romulus.
Yes.
Yes, we will. She is in that.
I forgot she was in there. Yeah.
AVPCU Adjacent.
That's right.
Yep. Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, and probably the asterisk to one of my pain points of this movie. I would
pronounce it Gizondo just because it's funnier.
Gizondo, yes.
Sorry, you had a pain point.
I just really didn't like how, well, to your joke, how it seemed like everybody wanted to Gizondo onto this guy.
How does he do it?
Very strange. Very strange.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of charisma.
Yeah, he's got what the kids call the Riz. And I think it was funny at first, and then it just kind of kept going throughout the entire movie. And then after, I was kind of tired of the Jimmy Olsen is hot shtick. But anyway,
I think it was supposed to be ironic. I thought that part of it kind of worked. I didn't like how he treated Eve.
He's a douchey.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of the right word for it, but and none of it was really that egregious, but I don't know. I felt like she was oh, it's the hysterical, crazy woman, or aren't women annoying, right? And he was playing into that, and I didn't. I don't know. That rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But outside of that, I actually liked his character, and I think he's really funny in that Vacation movie. That's low key a sequel to the Vacation. You guys haven't seen the one with Ed? I want to say Ed Burns. Is his name?
Ed
Helms.
Ed Helms. That's it. Yeah. And
what movie was
Christina Applegate?
Oh,
it's Vacation. So Ed Helms is playing Rusty from the Vacation movies. You know, the Chevy Chase. You know what the vacation movies are.
Oh, yeah. The Chevy Chase. I just didn't know that there was a reboot.
You've seen movies, right?
No. Yeah. You watched one for this. But he's in that, and he plays the son of that, and I think he's pretty funny in that. That was a pretty funny movie. I only watched it one time. I don't know if it holds up, but I also had very low expectations. So
I was trying to think what I recognized him from, and realized the only time I think I'd seen him in anything was in that episode of Black Mirror that he was in, like years and years and years ago.
Which one was he in?
Yeah. He was, I think it was him. Maybe it wasn't.
I get it. Oh no, I know who you're talking about. That yes, the Black Mirror one that's like a choose your own adventure. I get him screwed up with that guy all the time too. It's a different guy.
Is it?
Yeah. What is that guy's name? He plays Adam in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, never mind. I don't recognize him at all.
Is it Adam? Who's the
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock.
Right? Yeah. That actor is
Adam
the guy you're
Warlock,
thinking of.
The guy who was the biggest part of Infinity Gauntlet and was the reason that I hated those Avengers movies. Because
that's the advantage of That's the advantage of not knowing anything about comics when you start watching MCU. I understand why you don't like it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have any of that baggage. So
yeah, and you say this movie's boring, and yet you love Endgame, the most boring superhero movie of all time.
Disagree, sir. I have more to say on that later.
I love Endgame too.
Let's see if we can get to the credits in under an hour, though.
I was trying to stretch the credits out to an hour.
All right. Right after Jimmy Olsen, I've got Wendell Pierce as Perry Wright. I don't know who doesn't love Wendell Pierce.
More MCU Adjacent.
Yep,
he's great.
He's never used enough.
Yeah, he never gets enough screen time. And I thought as Perry White, they didn't use him enough here, but I did love the ending part where he was like, "How long have they been hooking up?" That was pretty funny.
I just love him because I'd probably do an annual watch of the scene from The Wire when him and what's his name do the crime scene investigation, and the only line they say is fuck.
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
All right. We've got Maria Gabriela de Faria as the engineer, a former special ops soldier with a nanite-infused body, thanks to Lex. I don't think I've seen any of her stuff either.
I don't know her from anything.
No, nope. I liked her.
I
think the character was like underdeveloped a little bit. It's just like
totally
go get him action thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a lot of potential. She's a pretty good character in the comic books. So,
well, don't worry. She's coming back for the second one, according to the commentary. She's not dead in this.
Yeah, no, I figured. And then Victoria's Secret supermodel Sarah Sampaio as Eve Tessmacher.
Oh, I didn't know that she was a model. Okay.
Yeah. And that's who. I mean, there's more people, including Alan Tudyk as the awesome Gary. And actually, I didn't even realize that Michael Rooker was also a voice of one of the robots, and so was.
I didn't know that. That makes sense, though. It has to be. Yep, I knew she was. One person I had was Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard. I don't know why he's in this movie. I don't know why he's in movies in general. I really liked him in Saturday Night Live. I thought he was hilarious, but he's so fucking annoying in this movie. His character can just get the fuck out. He's just this annoying. Like as soon as the action starts, too, he's like super whiny and he can't keep his shit together. And it's so it belongs in another movie. It's too over the top. I don't know. I hated him in this. File that under changes I'd like to have seen. Cut out this character.
Sounds good. All right. Let's get through the scene breakdowns, I guess. We open on basically words, and it kind of establishes that this is not going to be an origin story. Thank God. I'm with you, Colby. I'm not a big fan of origin stories of people that you've seen 5 movies of already.
I agree with that.
But apparently, 3 centuries ago, the first superpowered being showed up. I did love the Gods and Monsters shout out. That was a story arc in DC. But 3 decades ago, Krypton blew up and Kal-El was sent to Earth. 3 years ago, Superman, I guess that puts him in his 30s, came out. And kind of, I guess, debuted and showed the world that he was pretty much the most powerful of everybody that was out there. Yeah, and then 3 weeks ago, Superman got involved in Boravia and Jarhapur, and that pissed off a lot of people, including the Hammer of Boravia, who 3 hours ago gave Superman his first beatdown. After that, the action just kind of starts. Superman crashes into this Krillin deep Dragon Ball Z like pose. He whistles. Krypto comes running, full tilt boogie, and then fucks him up by jumping on him some more. And yeah, that's pretty much the trailer.
Yeah.
I kind
off to a bad
wish
start.
that we hadn't seen that. Yeah. You're not a dog person, are you, Zach?
Not a dog person, especially not that kind of dog that I like a well-behaved dog, a nice quiet dog that's just going to sit right there and be good. I do not like this dog. Could have cut him out of the movie, I would have been fine. But I had a problem right off the bat. He's outside. It's sunny. It's not like super bright, but he's outside. He's in the sun, right? And then the robots the Krypto drags him inside. Why couldn't the robots come out and get him? But they bring him inside and then they put him in this chair. And my complaint was like, why does it work now that he's in this chair? And somebody on the Discord forum, I was arguing with somebody, discussing with somebody, and they were like, oh, well, it's all these lenses. So I look close and I'm like, yeah, like all these lenses come in, except they're empty. There's nothing in those lenses. They're just like rings, or like there's just like sheets of glass. There's no convex or no, they're not curved at all. They're not focusing shit. So I don't know. I had a problem with that. I hate that.
How do you know that they weren't Kryptonian lenses?
Fair point. This is an A+ movie. I love Alan Tudyk. I'm a little tired of him being, some quippy robot. It's just getting old for me. I don't like that the one robot gets all giddy talking. She's like, oh, he looked at me. It's like, why? You're a robot. Why do you care? I don't know. It was stupid. That's pretty much most of my complaints in the beginning.
I feel like you have like preconceived feelings by hating that going in.
Are you laughing into your beard, Colby?
Yeah, I'm just. We're coming here to watch a Superman movie, and Zach's like,
a robot fangirls. I hate that. Yeah,
it's dumb. I hate it when things are fun and lighthearted.
I do actually.
I wish Zack Snyder would have directed this movie, and then he would have had these robots swearing up a storm and beating him back into
for real
shape.
Though. Like, you're gonna hate this. I think I would rather rewatch Man of Steel than to rewatch this again. Because
that's disgusting. That is
I like my superheroes like I like my dogs. I like them well behaved, sitting quiet.
That's right.
I like them
quiet.
I like them serious. I don't like to have any fun.
It's fine to have fun. It's just
fun.
This is dumb.
I'm not a dog guy, and this dog is so fun.
I think it set the stage pretty quickly that it was like, this is, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you're gonna like this movie. And
but I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
But Zach liked Guardians.
But it was the exact same mood. What's the difference between that one and this one for you?
I will say that this one is a lot more like the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Well, I guess the opening of the second one is kind of goofy, and actually that was kind of a detractor for me. But anyways, continuing on, please.
You would have liked it better if Krypto had guns and talked.
Yeah, I would liked it better if he wasn't in the fucking movie.
I think we'd figured out
a black
why
lab
Zach
and
doesn't
just
like this movie.
Quietly dragged Superman in.
How boring would that have been? You talk about boring.
One more reason to not have a dog in it.
Oh boy.
But that's the whole shtick with, I mean, not the shtick with dogs, but like, you just love them even though they misbehave that way.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know that this dog was modeled after James Gunn's dog who had died. So I understand people love dogs. This did not do it for me. Now, I'm going to take a page out of Colby's notebook. I'm never talking about this dog again.
It's also...
It's not true. I have more notes on it.
It's also how Krypto acts in the comics. So,
okay.
He's a superpowered dog who nobody can control. So he does stupid shit all the time. Again, that's his character in the comics. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway. there's more of Crypto to come. So we find out that they are not too far from his Fortress of Solitude, because the whole thing erupts from the ground as Crypto pulls him over. And I personally loved seeing the Fortress of Solitude look like the original Fortress of Solitude with all the crystals and stuff. Oh, you didn't, Zach?
No, I'm agreeing. Like, I thought it looked fine.
Yeah, I liked the whole new thing of it coming out from underneath the ground, and that being the reason why nobody ran into it. I do like some of the comic book interpretations where it's just there, and there's a key to the Fortress of Solitude, but it's like the weight of a couple dwarf stars or something, and only Superman can lift it.
That's interesting.
This was awesome.
I like that.
I have a question, maybe for the comic book savvy types. How does Superman know how to build a Fortress of Solitude?
He didn't build it.
Who built it?
It was like
I'm assuming it grew out of whatever ship he arrived in.
It's a crystal, and he drops it on the ground, and it just comes up.
Oh, that's cool.
Some crazy Kryptonian.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't know how to build it.
For the record, Tim, I do want to say I noticed you do have a very nice dog.
Oh, he is. He's awful. Yeah. But he's sleepy.
Oh, okay.
So he's well behaved.
As soon as he wakes up, Tim's going to be covered in blood.
Ribs cracked.
But yeah, so the robots, while they're carrying him inside, his mom and dad have this loving or seemingly loving message playing in the background. And shout out to Bradley Cooper for the cameo I did not see coming.
He looks old as fuck in that video too. Like, I did not look like him, and I was like, is that Bradley Cooper? What the fuck?
Have you seen pictures of him lately? He is.
No. How old is he? I mean, he's probably not that.
He is aging.
Much. He's probably not that much younger than me.
Oh, isn't? I thought he'd be older than us.
Is he? All right, I'm gonna look it up.
50 years old.
Because this is boring. He's 50. All right, same age as me.
Okay. Yeah.
So old as shit,
man.
That's right. Old and cranky.
And that super hot chick from Westworld, Sarah Fian.
I don't know her by name.
Yeah, I think that's her last name, Angela Seraphine. She was in Westworld. I don't know if you guys watched that one, but
I did. I watched the first season.
I watched the first season.
This might not be profound or anything, but I find her attractive.
Is she in this? Where did that come from?
It's Bradley Cooper's wife. That's
that's who's the other
mom.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody says that chick from Westworld, I keep thinking about Elon's ex-wife.
He was married. He was married a couple of times, wasn't he?
He was married to an actress that was in Westworld.
Does it count if you've never consummated the marriage? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a question for another episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superman gets healed, and then he's back in the fight after a couple of gosh gollies. And him and the Hammer of Bravia get back at it, and he gets his ass handed to him again. One of my sticking points in this movie is I really am not a fan of the whole Lex Luthor spitting out a play and then the Hammer almost instantly knowing what to do. Just because even the split second lag of like having to vocalize that command and then somebody typing out that command and then the Hammer doing it. This was one of, this is going to be filed under things I would fix.
Fucking hate it. I want to do the Key and Peele thank you GIF right now. Because, yes, why is he shouting moves? Why are they codes? And then why does somebody else have to type it in? This also, spoiler alert, this is Ultraman, who, spoiler alert, is a clone of Superman. He can't just fight. He doesn't know how to fight. Like, he's just got to memorize these moves that somebody's going to type to him. I don't know. All that that was all unnecessary bullshit. I was so glad to hear you say that. I'm happier now.
See, we're still going to move you towards the good. You're
bringing me joy, George.
Colby, Tim, any thoughts on this first fight?
Fix it. No, curious. Like, how would you fix it? So I guess the whole idea would be that Lex is very, very, very invested in the fight that's happening, right? So what would be kind of like a better way to have Lex be involved in like commanding Ultraman, like his last name is pronounced like that. Commanding Ultraman to take on Superman in some specific way.
I would have just done it Real Steel style.
I didn't see
virtual
that.
gloves.
Okay.
I mean, just controlling the robot.
In the comics, he does have a suit that he uses to fight Superman himself. So there is no reason that he can't just have a robot suit on.
I would have made him ideally shout fight moves directly to Ultraman and not need this, this middleman.
Intermediary human.
I would have settled for, I guess, for the codes, but like it was just ridiculous that he's like shouting these 500 moves and everybody knows what they are off the top of their head, and then people take turns typing them in.
There is,
I guess, you only know so many of them. But
grab his nipple.
Now, one of the things while I was researching was showing that like it was clear indication that the letter of the fight move was the body part that that they were supposed to attack, and then the number was just like the move to do that.
So what's 1A? A is his head.
A is
like
head.
1A,
like F is
1A,
feet.
1A. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I totally did not map that. Sweet. We also get to see Malik Ali out of everybody in the crowd hovering over his body, the I guess Luther's team homed in on. Finally, on the rewatch, I actually started noticing that Miss Tessmacher was in the background taking pictures. It's been kind of interesting seeing her in the background taking the pictures that eventually lead to the whole conspiracy being uncovered. But yeah, the flaw. I enjoyed the new Otis. I think the old Otis was bumbling and kind of funny for that time, but the new Otis was pretty cool. Just the whole flawless people coach mentality thing.
Did you catch that his last name is Berg in the movie?
Otis Berg.
Yeah.
Nod to Otis Berg. Well, I guess that's what he would have. That's the name of the land he would have had in the movie, right?
Yep, Otisburg. So in the credits, he was credited as Otisburg.
That's kind of funny.
Yep. And then we move on to, I guess, Clark Kent going to work for the first time in this movie, and yeah, how did you like his bedhead, Tim?
I hated it. But he had those really nice hypnotic glasses on, so I guess maybe that was just distorting how I actually felt about his hair.
Yeah, I totally missed the thing. Was that something in the comic books, Colby? I totally did not realize that they were supposed to be hypnotic glasses.
We can just pretend that he looks different enough.
I don't think so, and I always used to think that was stupid until I saw Zooey Deschanel without glasses or bangs, and I was like, I would have never been able to tell that was her. So with a different enough haircut and and no glasses, I can see it.
My wife looks really different without glasses. Yeah,
that square ass jaw that he has, maybe pretty recognizable, but also yeah, take a look at Zooey Deschanel without glasses and bangs, and tell me you would have been able to tell me who it was.
I always think of, have you guys seen the Pete Holmes skits with Batman?
Yes.
Where did he go? Oh, Commissioner.
I try to avoid Pete Holmes if I can.
Anyway, so the newsroom. So we get our first look at the newsroom. It looks like a typical newsroom. We see the first Lois and Clark interaction, and I don't know. I liked it. She was pretty much arguing with him about his piece and how he seems to be making a lot of assumptions about the Hammer of Baravia, and Jimmy is getting a lot of looks from some of the women. And then after that, we get what do you call it? The Planet Watch debut of
they got to workshop that
the Department of Defense. I was wondering actually if it came from Stormwatch, because DC bought Image Comics, I think it was, and Image Comics had a comic book called Stormwatch, which I think the engineer's from. So I'm not sure if it's the whole leading into Stormwatch being created in the DCU.
I didn't know that DC bought Image Comics. Does that mean that we're going to see Savage Dragon in these movies? Going to see the Max? We're going to see the Pit?
The
Max? Going to see Young Blood?
I liked the Pit.
I love the Pit. Dale Keown is one of my favorite artists.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some deep comic book stuff, George. So let's get these two other guys bored as shit.
I was just about to say, I can't wait to not listen to your two series on whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Anyway, so we find out that Planet Watch gets debuted. Lex is pitching the Department of Defense, I believe it is. It seems like the Department of Defense and some random secretaries.
I think it says on the screen or something that's Department of Defense.
Yeah. But he's pitching Planet Watch, basically, and he's trying to outline, hey, this guy's a threat, and we need to treat him like a threat. Even if there's even though everybody loves him, we need to be prepared for the fact that this guy has crazy power, and nobody can stop him unless we prepare. But I just so happen to have this guy Ultraman up my sleeve, and hey, this engineer lady who can do some stuff with some nanites, and everybody is hesitant to do anything to even make a move of some sort against Superman because everybody loves him, and they don't want the public turning on them. So then after that, we get to Lois's apartment, and in Lois's apartment, it sounds like somebody's already there, and it's because Superman's already there. Or Clark is already there, and he is making her breakfast for dinner, which is his thing, not hers. And yeah, they are very affectionate with each other. At first. But I mean, they were affectionate to each other in a way that Henry Cavill and Amy Adams just weren't in the other.
Yeah.
I feel like you never saw it. Somebody said there was a meme somewhere where there was a picture of Amy Adams and Superman. And then there was a picture of Clark Kent, of David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan. And somebody said one couple looks like they're taking her, she's being taken to prison and the other couple actually looks like they love each other.
Yeah,
and I haven't been able to unsee that.
We wouldn't want anybody in a Zack Snyder movie to show any sort of human emotion. That would go against what he's doing in his movies. They have to be stoic all the time. No human emotions. That's illegal in a Zack Snyder movie.
But so he actually says, yeah, why don't you interview me if you think you can do better than I can? And she is like, are you serious? And so she takes him up on it, and she gives him what, a no holds barred Lois Lane interview. And that's where I think a lot of folks get kind of touchy about she was just I think people thought that this part wasn't very realistic, but I thought it was pretty realistic in terms of her holding him accountable for the things that he did, and trying to keep her journalistic integrity.
I didn't think that was unrealistic about it. I just thought the whole entire argument was manufactured and unnecessary. What's the payoff for that? Why did they have this argument? There's no reason for it. Are we establishing that, this isn't your daddy's Superman? I don't know. This didn't really do it for me.
I took it as her holding her ground and showing him, do you want to see how a real reporter...
Understood. Yeah, but why were they arguing to begin with? It was shoehorned in to me. I just didn't think we needed it.
They've been dating for a long time. Do you not argue with your wife for no reason?
3 months. Actually,
3 months is about when you start arguing like that.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I don't think that they went into it to argue. I think they went in it because he was like, hey, why don't you have your first cocky. Official? Yeah, because he was being cocky as Superman, and he was like, why don't you let me give you your first interview with Superman?
Again, I didn't think the way he thought. I don't think the way that played out was unreal. I think we don't need the scene at all. Why did we have this scene? What did this do for the movie? Now that they had an argument.
Oh, I thought it established all the. Well, I thought it established all the backstory for Jaranpur and the invasion and why the Borovia president doesn't like her or doesn't like him.
I mean, that is better than somebody just saying or like text on the screen, I suppose. But
to go forward in the story, it creates the tension that gets broken by, what happens in the movie. Like, if they just were lovey-dovey, then like whatever,
there was
him doing what he had to do.
I felt no tension from them at any point.
You felt no tension like when he stormed out of the thing and then everybody was mad at each other?
No.
Oh, well.
Because it all just seemed...
I didn't feel tension as much as I felt
seemed like
frustration.
This is where we're building tension now.
Yeah.
And it just felt like... It was... I don't know. It was too... It didn't work for me.
Hi, welcome to a movie.
No, but that makes sense. I mean, you felt it was shoehorned. I felt that the thing that they were discussing was shoehorned in the movie. So it was just a whole bunch of shoehorning.
A shoehorn of a shoehorn. Shoehornception. I also thought the super shit thing, like, that needed a rewrite. You could have come up with a better hashtag.
You mean the part where he is frustrated about being called that?
Yes. Yeah, he's like, hashtag super shit. It's like, was that the first thing you came up with, James Gunn? And you're just like, good enough. That's like a D+ joke in 2007.
Certain people make little nicknames for their political adversaries, and
that's a fair point.
I mean, and it does drive me nuts that he keeps doing stuff like that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, on the internet, that's what people do. They come up with a thing, they put it as a hashtag, and then that's what it goes. Sleepy Joe or Little Marco. Like,
yeah.
It takes.
I guess I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, it is first thought, best thought. That's how the internet works.
Yeah, that's a fair point. In the commentary, though, James Gunn was really jerking himself off, talking about how they moved the camera around a bunch during the dialogue, and that most movies just have like a static shot of two people sitting across from each other. I don't think that makes it better. That
was really what I was thinking about that scene, the cinematography.
Right. And it made me realize I don't think it's realistic for people to be like walking around the room all the time having an argument. You go like this and you stare at one another and you argue, right? Kind of like what we're doing right now. If you need
and how
camera
much
moves,
more interesting would it be if we were up walking around and talking about this?
I'm about to get up and wander around, to be honest. But if you need camera moves to make a scene interesting, the problem isn't the camera. So I don't know. I didn't need this scene. That's all.
Is this the first movie for the new DC universe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
was Blue Beetle? Was this Punisher?
Not Punisher.
Was a Punisher movie?
No. What's
MCU?
The one with John Cena, and the guys that from prison.
The Suicide Squad.
Peacemaker and Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Those aren't part of the new one, right?
No,
I don't think so.
They are
I think this
now,
is the first
but
one.
they weren't like when they were made. It wasn't to be part of the universe.
So this was the first big flagship launch of the new universe, basically.
It appears so. They're making a Clayface? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm hoping that, yes, that's my favorite. I
hope it's going to be cool.
I'm actually supposed to talk about the Batman the Animated Series episodes about that with Robbie Sherman. You know him, Michael. Anyways, that's coming up at some point.
I love this scene because I liked the tension, and I did like the back and forth, and Lois being like an actual Lois. But yeah. So while this is happening, I don't know. I guess Clark doesn't have cameras inside of the Fortress of Solitude because Lex and the engineer and the Ultraman have landed in Antarctica, right? He was in his base is in Antarctica.
I'm assuming, yeah.
And they are going to where the engineer saw the base, and they break in. There's not much of an alarm system because I think Superman doesn't expect anybody to get in there.
Yes, because it's in Antarctica and it's opened by Clark's DNA.
Right. which I actually really liked this because it was kind of foreshadowing is not the right word. Like, it's a hint for later that Ultraman is the Superman clone, right? Because he's got the same DNA, and that's why it opens up. And I think I do remember at the time thinking, like, how do they just walk in? Like, why isn't this being explained? And it is explained later. And that's the kind of storytelling I like. That was a good part of this movie for me.
That's what drove me up the wall with Superman 2. When General Zod, Non, and Ursa just walked in, and Lex Luthor just walked into Superman's house.
Well, but if you just had a strand of his hair, though, could you then walk into his house? I guess you'd need to know where he is and all that too. But
just got a little necklace.
I do think that it is ruined a little bit later on when they reveal that Ultraman's a clone of Superman, and Superman goes, "Oh, that's how you got into the Fortress of Solitude, because our DNA is the same." It's like, you don't need to spell it out. Let the audience figure it out. The people who are too stupid to figure it out do not care, because there's pictures moving on the screen and they're going to be okay. Just fucking, don't ruin the movie, please.
He doesn't normally do that, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is not James. This is not a good James Gunn movie. He needed another draft or something.
If we want everything explained, we can watch a Marvel movie. But oh
man, them's fighting words, Mike.
But I mean, I'm a known hater of just about all the Marvel movies.
I don't bother arguing with you because of that. And I also know that I shouldn't like them, but I do.
Yeah, it is. I think what's frustrating me so much is shit that I know that you let go in those Marvel movies. You're like honed in on. You're like laser focused, like it was light coming through a bunch of like flat glass panels.
Because that's how I am, and the movie has to be good enough to distract me from these dumb, stupid comics.
Right, back to the action. Crypto tries to put up a fight, but I also thought that they put him down too fast and too easily.
Apparently in the screening, Ultraman punched him and the audience hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
I think that James Gunn mentioned that and that they took it out.
This does seem like it got a little bit too much, what do you call those? The focus groups?
Interference.
It feels like it got a little bit more focus grouped than what we're used to with James Gunn's movies.
I could see
that.
Like,
everybody hates it when like the dog gets injured, but I mean, come on, that is a good reason to hate someone.
Mm-hmm.
It worked in John Wick.
Yep.
It was the entire plot of John Wick.
Yeah, but
also like Crypto's more powerful than an actual horse in real life. Like, as a Kryptonian dog,
he can take a punch.
I think you do need him getting punched by Ultraman. I think that would have been better.
Would have saved that.
That actually makes so much more sense because I thought it was pretty weak when the nanites basically frustrated him and he just keeled over because they covered his face.
I thought the nanites thing was too much as well. Like with her hands turning to spinning blades. Like, didn't you say that she was infused with nanites? But she seems to be made entirely of nanites, which did make for a cool moment when she like flipped backwards and then her feet became her hands and her hands became her feet. That was cool.
It was like the most unnecessary action move ever.
Unnecessary, but cool enough where I didn't mind, right?
There you go.
But also it was like she is made entirely out of nanites. So I don't know. I guess it's fine. Maybe they took over her body, whatever.
To that point, when Iron Man's armor gets busted, like parts don't regenerate, but when she starts like shooting off buzzsaw blades and whatever and clouds of nanites, she still seems the same size.
Right. There's
like she doesn't,
maybe she's hollow
she doesn't
in the
shrink
middle
or anything, right?
That'd be a fun subplot. She gets smaller and smaller throughout the
movie. Just a little bit shorter. That's funny. The other thing I thought was a stupid detail that would have been an easy fix is when she's hacking the computer, she's got all of her nanite tendrils and everything. She's got them connected to the monitors. Why?
Man, why'd you make me think about that?
More nanite.
I like to ruin things for people.
More tentacles equals better to look at.
Yes. Okay, fair enough.
Movie thing.
For plot reasons.
She brings up a good point because she's like, oh well, it's going to take a while for me to hack this stuff. and he says not to worry because he's got a big diversion planned. And turns out that diversion was a little kaiju that grew into a gigantic kaiju the next day, and they have a nice battle. Sorry, go Zach, go.
This joke did not pay off. Yeah, he's like, I have a little distraction, and then his crew lets the little gremlin thing go, and then it magically grows, I don't know, 100 times, 1,000 times its size overnight. Where did Luther even get it to begin with? Where did that come from? Like, it's a totally unnecessary Deus Ex Machina bullshit thing to throw in this movie. I don't know, it could have done anything else for distraction. It would have been better. I hated it. I have more to complain about when you get to it.
Yeah, that was pretty silly. It just ended up like perfectly in the middle of this city square.
Yeah.
You know?
What did it eat to get that big?
There, and then people started panicking.
Yes. Somebody poured water on it.
Well, nobody was awake until like 7:30 that day.
Right.
Was it like didn't it? I mean, I don't know if this was true or not, but I thought it grew because of water or something. Because it was running.
It's like one of those bathtub toys where it's like really small. When it gets wet, it goes 10 times its size.
It's
okay,
like,
I can get behind that.
It's like how the chest burster is this big when he comes out, and then he's a full-grown xenomorph 2 hours later. So shut up about it.
But it's not.
Rinky dinks.
It's not that big of a difference. And also, you're talking about good movies.
Yeah, I am talking about good movies, including Superman.
I didn't like this fight. There, I'm preempting it. I didn't like it. Yeah. There's a lot of it that was dumb, but the thing that I cannot stop hating, no matter how hard I try, is the little girl who just happens to still just kind of be playing hopscotch, 10 minutes into the fight, by the feet of this large monster. And so Superman has to save her. That all felt...
And he fucking shattered her neck, saving her at that speed, too. He saved some other lady, too. That
the Asian woman on the roof?
Yeah. Yep.
Why does he keep on rescuing... Okay, hold on. Why does he keep rescuing, he'll stop the foot from coming down, but why not just get the dog? He'll stop the building from falling over on that bridge. Why not just move the car of the woman it was going to crush? Because it was apparently the only person on that bridge when the building was falling on it.
Well, he did save the bridge. It cost a lot of money to rebuild the bridge.
Oh, I'm glad he was concerned about it.
Why am I defending this? But I was like, he stops to save a squirrel. And I fucking love squirrels. They're great. But I don't need to see that in the movie. I wasn't worried about the squirrels in the trees nearby. That was stupid.
They really wanted to establish he was the good guy in the movie.
Yeah, I already knew. He's to a fault. I also hated that he gets squashed by the monster's foot and then he flies underground. I get it to get out from underneath, but he flies underground for 10 seconds. Why? It's so stupid.
I would have thought it was get away from a potential crowd, but then he gets really close to this girl and then busts through and launches cement into the air above her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for momentum.
They show her going like this, but then, they don't show what happens right afterwards.
They show the piece of concrete that smack her in the face.
You guys are acting like in every superhero movie that's ever been made that stupid rescues don't happen and the superhero always saves somebody that they absolutely would have exploded if they would. Iron Man does it. Everybody does it. They rescue people.
I call it out all the time.
For the reason of making it look cool. We're watching a superhero movie, for Christ's sake.
I call it out all the time, but also they're going the extra stupid mile here. Especially with the flying underground for so long. It was just have him fly out and up. Cool. I got it. He can fly underground. Great. I don't need to see it happen for 10 minutes for no reason.
This one just had a lot.
And then after the fight, he sets the thing down on himself and then he wiggles out from underneath it. Why didn't you fly underground? We just established you could do that. And this is just grass.
Because
you were flying underground under concrete.
At that point.
You don't want to pay for that property damage.
He wasn't in the middle of a fight,
hole.
So he had time to wiggle out from underneath it.
Clearly, he's not concerned about infrastructure.
I mean, like when I watched this fight, and like I kind of having flashbacks of the Man of Steel fight, where it was a Dragon Ball Z fight in the middle of the city, and like buildings were falling and just killing and pancaking everybody, and Superman didn't care. And then for whatever reason, when he had Zod's neck and he was trying to keep him from melting that family, all of a sudden he really cared about having to kill Zod and looked very anguished, but like he wasn't anguished at all the previous 10-20 minutes of buildings falling on everybody and crippling and smashing them.
I like when he kills Zod, actually. But I see your point.
My thing for that is always in that, I think, second Avengers movie where they take that whole city and float it up into the air. And I'm like,
okay.
So if we're not going to talk shit on them floating a whole city up into the air, then we're going to let some of this
bad guy did
shit
that.
go.
The bad guy did that, and the good guys rescued everyone, except for like one person.
Stupid.
Or
it's all stupid. It's all stupid superhero movie bullshit.
But that's good superhero stupid movie bullshit. And this was not.
No, see, I'm opposite. When that city floats up into the air, I'm like, fuck this fucking bullshit.
So anyway, after a couple of frustrating attempts to, I guess, tame the creature, the Justice Gang show up, and hilarity also ensues. I did like the part where Hawk Girl had her mace stuck in the guy's eye.
Very, very good.
The eye poking kind of cracked me up. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, the Green Lantern eye poking thing.
Yeah,
they just seem like a fun gang, a fun superhero gang to be a part of. But nothing from you, Zach. You didn't. How did you like?
I'm done complaining about this.
Their intro.
Zach's like, I want to be done before 4 hours on this podcast.
We did 3.5 hours almost yesterday.
I got shit to do.
Well, I guess before we move on,
this is my fault. I know.
Before we move on, I did like how Superman was trying to tell him to be more humane and to maybe try to help him move the creature to some sort of sanctuary. And Mr. Terrific was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah,
and just flew away.
Is right.
But yeah. So by the end of this fight, the video gets released where I guess Lex had somehow and the engineer had somehow translated and broken through the coding of the I guess the message that Clark's parents sent with him, and the world starts turning on him. Colby, you seem like you have something.
I still don't buy that they cracked this code. I think that they manufactured the second half of this.
I would have bought that.
And I thought it the first time I watched it, and I thought it this time when I watched it. Superman has been trying to get the second half of this message for decades. And then they just are able to do. I think that the rest of this message is manufactured. I think it's something that Lex made to put out there so that the world would turn on Superman.
I thought that as well, Colby, and it brings me no pleasure. That's not true. It brings me quite a bit of pleasure to let you know that James Gunn said the message is real. Superman's parents are dicks. He knows that he knows that that's a pain point for people, but according to James Gunn, they decoded it. So I agree with you. It should have been the other way around. That'd be a lot better. Because that was my whole thing. I was like, how do people even know that this is a real message?
Yeah,
there's AI, right?
But so you're okay with them being able to uncover the message and translate it, but when Johnny Storm translates an entire distress signal from the Fantastic Four with only
language.
Like 2 words.
You're talking about language versus a codec, like whatever fucking encryption, like 256-bit encryption codec video.
That's what I'm saying. Like they did both. They cracked the codec and
there was no codec. It was just audio that they were receiving. It was just an audio signal.
They sure turned on Superman quick after that video aired, too,
They really turn on Superman too quick. Yep. I think.
Okay, thank you. I love you guys.
And he just saved you guys from being stomped on.
And James Gunn can say all he wants. He didn't say it in the movie. I don't care what he said in the commentary. If he doesn't say it in the movie, I don't buy it.
I actually support your decision on that.
but Mr. Terrific did say it in the movie. Remember,
he's tough.
He was saying, "I know the guys that translated that."
That was another fucking problem I had. That was the worst line that he has. He's like, "Yeah, I know IT guys. This is real." It's like, okay, like that's the laziest script writing, man.
This is like when technology is, moving on, and so the writers need to move on with technology as well, right? So like Lex could have done this with any video generated for anything ever and said the exact same thing, created the exact same story. This is cell phones fixing a misunderstanding plot of a 90s movie or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like they got a hold of a podcast that got messed up in the middle of it and figured it out. This is an alien transmission from a different planet using like holograms and stuff. I just don't buy that some IT people could have just figured out the way that this thing works
in a few hours.
Yeah,
no less.
No,
and I agree with you 100%. I think that they should have left it ambiguous and let us all assume that Lex made it up. And there's plenty of stupid people who are going to believe it.
Yeah.
I do agree that they turned on Superman too quick, especially after he just saved everybody. But
yeah, and it's not just the people at that monster site. The entire world turns on him, and the Baravia president even, I think, goes on TV and talks about how he's heard Superman loves Baravian women because he wants to have them in his harem.
Well,
did you guys recognize that guy?
Talking to him. I don't know him from anything.
He's like the billionaire from 2012, that one disaster movie.
Oh, really? Wow,
he John did not Cusack one.
What a pull!
The John Cusack one. He's the guy with the puppy, and he like lets it. He ditches his girlfriend. Yeah, and he takes his kids to Vegas, and then they jump on a plane to get to the Arcs.
That movie's
I was like, where have I seen that guy before?
Yeah, wow, holy shit.
I mean, he got skinnier.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, I remember him looking like Oliver Platt.
Oh, he was in that movie too.
Okay, maybe I'm just confusing them.
You're confusing.
Oliver Platt could have been a good Lex Luthor at some point in time.
Yeah.
Yep. But then we actually see that right after that press briefing or press conference, that Baravian president steps into a portal, which leads him straight to Luthor. And we find out that Lex Luthor and this guy are basically working together, collaborating. And right after that, Superman also ends up at the Fortress of Solitude and finds Gary stabbing his brain with a screwdriver repeatedly for some reason. But, yeah.
I fucking hate portals and dimensions.
I was about to say, I did not care for the portals in this.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, this movie's going downhill suddenly. Like, why do you have to bring dimensions into things? Yeah. Did we need to go to that level? You've got like a decent enough plot going on here.
Yeah. Didn't need it.
That you can work with.
A staple of DC comic books is a bunch of different dimensions. They do dimension shit all the time. It's a huge thing. They travel between dimensions. The Flash can run fast enough to get to a different dimension. They do dimension stuff all the time.
I know, and that's kind of my point though, because the comics have been doing it for 80 years now. You know what I mean? They sure have run out of things to do with one dimension, Like, we're in movies now. We've got like a couple of dozen hour-and-a-half long storylines. Can we resist bringing other dimensions into it? right now. Like, I get it maybe later.
When people get comic book movies that they're not getting the comic book stuff in, then they complain about it. So we're getting a Superman movie with a whole lot of Superman stuff in it. You guys, if you don't like, if you don't hold in, in your hearts the Superman comic lore, a lot of this stuff is stupid because welcome to Superman comics. They're stupid.
I would say that the demographic of comic book readers are not who these big box office movies are being made for.
But
they're lip service to you. Like, hey, come on in and take a look at my interpretation of this world. But you could start from scratch with any Tom, Dick, and Harry that doesn't know shit about the comic history. And you can create a really cool, meaningful plot with a simplified setting that doesn't have to go to the other side of the universe and back.
I liked it.
Question for Tim and Zach. In the Doctor Strange movies, are you guys fans or not fans of the sling rings and the dimensional traveling that way?
You know my answer. We did those movies, buddy. No, not particularly.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know Doctor Strange before Doctor Strange movies. I am not a comic book guy. Like, I didn't read a bunch of comics growing up. So I get these from from a fresh perspective kind of thing. And once it was just like, oh, he's a magic guy and he does magic. And I was like, well, magic hasn't really been covered in any of the movies I've seen so far. So sure, why the fuck not? He can make some portals. But as far as settings goes, that's when it starts to kind of bother me personally.
Yeah, I'm not a multi-dimensional fan at all. I cannot fucking wait for the MCU to close that shit up.
But Doomsday is going to be all about that because they're all going to be fighting.
If it ends it, if it gets rid of the multiverse, then great. I will love that movie.
I have bad news about Jack Billings Presents, if you're listening to it, about it and multi-dimensions.
Well, maybe I'll stop listening.
So not only is Superman pissed that someone broke into his fortress and fucked up all his robots and also ransacked his computer, but Krypto's gone. And he gets super pissed about that, flies really fast towards Lex. And I thought this scene was pretty funny where Lex is very, very, very obviously trying to instigate a reaction out of Superman. But I don't know
so easily does.
Well, I mean, the guy is missing his dog.
It's not even his fucking dog. He doesn't really like the dog.
Maybe that's why. Maybe he's afraid of losing it.
Yeah,
like,
he's afraid that his drunk cousin's gonna kick his ass.
Right, exactly. Like, that's the most terrifying thing.
That's fair. But he just, he's so easily walked into this trap. I thought that was,
to be fair,
again, lazy writing.
But to be fair, him, Krypton, and his cousin are the only survivors of his planet. So I mean, it's not the same as a kid, but he does care about the dog a lot, despite it not being disciplined.
Do you know the character history of that dog and why it ended up not on Krypton when it exploded? He was a space monkey. They shot the dog into space first to make sure that the method would work.
I like that, actually.
I totally missed that.
Perfect. I can accept the dog now, actually. That's great. I'm glad you said that.
So he's not a family at all, related to either family?
No. He's a space monkey.
I think that they should have let Superman's rage ramp up a little bit, but he came in hot. He walked right into a very obvious trap. So maybe being smart is not one of his superpowers.
No, it's not.
It's not.
That's again.
That's Batman.
A major character.
Well, then why
does he?
How does he not fly off the handle before this and been in some kind of trouble then? Well, I guess he did it with the Baravian president or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he doesn't.
I don't know.
If you notice, he's also not a good fighter, and it's not until I think when he actually meets Batman and Batman starts training him to fight better that he actually stops doing stupid haymakers that he telegraphs all the time. But in this movie, all he does are these flailing punches, and he fights anybody that they.
I didn't actually notice that. That's a good detail.
if you were invincible and that powerful,
right. Yeah,
you wouldn't
need to.
You wouldn't try to learn how to fight either. You would just rely on being able to
just let the other guy punch themselves out.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Homer Simpson technique.
Yeah.
So he goes home and but Lois finds him. And I thought this scene was pretty tender. Even though the backdrop was of, I guess it was Mixoplick in the background. And he was like, oh, they've got it handled.
That was, that bothered me too. It's like, you didn't need it back there. Like, a lot of this is like, hey, we can put this in the movie. Let's put it in the movie. Didn't need it back there. Like, why was he so nonchalant about it? Why wouldn't he run out there and help? He's supposed to be this like super humane, caring about everyone kind of thing. He's just like, no, not this time. Like, it was stupid. And nobody's freaked out that there's some kind of fight going on outside.
This is a comic book world where big monsters exist. You like this shit happens. It happens in the Avengers movies. Everybody's used to super villains and big monsters attacking the city. It's part of what you sign up for.
Part of the city's charm.
To Colby's point, that's also what they kind of put into place in the beginning of the movie when they were like, hey, like 300 years ago.
Understood. I remembered that line, but I didn't buy that he was going to sit this one out because he's being pouty.
He has the Justice Gang taking care of it, and he's making up with his girlfriend. It's a human thing to do.
Fight scene, then he could have gone and taken care of Mixoplick or whatever. Or
don't take care of the monster out there until you take care of the monster at home.
The monster in his pants.
So this is the universe where Gotham is right across the bay, right?
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not super close. It's close-ish. It's New York to Chicago-ish.
I don't know, because there's definitely a road sign in the movie that says exit left for Gotham. And so I think the implication is...
I mean, we have road signs around here for New York, and it's like 250 miles away.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there's, exit here, take this interstate to get to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
it's going to take you an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So my point was, like, do the monsters attack Gotham ever, or do they just kind of go to Metropolis?
They're like a challenge.
Of course, the monsters attack Gotham. Have you watched a Batman or like movie or read a comic?
Like the villains do, but I don't think I've ever seen the monsters.
Yeah,
no, they don't really.
It's Gotham. Nobody wants a piece of Gotham.
That's fair too.
The monsters scale to the heroes that can, protect the city. That's comic 101.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You're right to question it, but yes, that's exactly what happens.
But that raises an interesting point, though, right? So, like, where's the line drawn where stop questioning it because this is how comics work, and question it because this is a movie they're trying to make, with like some like reasonable, limitations and boundaries on the setting and the plot too. So I guess that's something that every filmmaker's got to negotiate, right? When they're making their movie.
I mean, for me personally, give me the comic book stuff. Like, they make action movies that don't have anything to do with comics. I can watch those. Like, if I want to watch just an action movie, I can watch all sorts of action movies. If I want comic book movie, I want that comic book stuff. I don't want my X-Men wearing black leather. I want them wearing yellow and blue and, having crazy outfits. Like, I want that comic book stuff. So I guess that's part of the reason why I can let so much of this go, is because I like this comic book stuff. That's what I want out of my comic book movie. I don't want my superheroes grounded. I want them to do the superhero stuff.
Is that why you don't like Marvel movies? Because Marvel tries to ground
yes
their heroes?
That's why I do like
it. It's that, and it's also that they're so clean, and it never feels like people are actually in danger. That's why I liked Thunderbolts so much, because I felt like that was a grimy movie and it had danger in it, which I think a lot of, if you're going to have a big fight, but in order to have that fight, you bring a city up into the sky and have like 9 people in the city because the rest of it got evacuated. I don't care.
I mean, it feels like a very DC versus Marvel thing, because that's, I think, Marvel's whole shtick, right? Is more grounded characters.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why a lot of people don't, or there's, I think one camp doesn't like Justice League because it's just a bunch of overpowered superheroes versus, the X-Men and the Avengers are more of a team type of feeling.
I think if they did the Justice League like they did it in the comics or even in the animated series, I think that would be cool as hell.
The animated series, so good. Yeah.
Give me a Green Lantern that makes big giant green middle fingers flipping tanks over. That's what I want to see.
So yep. So back to the
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're doing a movie.
I had Monster in his pants. It was the last thing I remember us talking about. Back to the Clark and Lois song. Clark tells Lois that he's gonna turn himself in, and he does. And so I guess the Planet Watch folks with Ultraman, especially being super rough, take him to the camp. I forget where the camp actually is. I think it's like on the outskirts of Metropolis or something. But then. Sorry, Jack.
I was like, I was gonna say, I think it was like Barbados or something. And I was like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Or where they went. Yeah, it doesn't, because they opened the portal and then they put him into that prison, and in that prison we get introduced to Metamorpho, who is being held captive because his kid is across the way and is being threatened with basically pain. And so Metamorpho fulfills his side of the deal and turns his hands into kryptonite.
I thought it was an interesting way to bring kryptonite into the story. And it is a comic book movie. I could buy it. That part anyway.
Yeah. I am curious why there isn't more kryptonite. I know that in the Stormwatch, in the Department of Defense briefing, they were like, "Oh yeah, what's that thing that kills him? It's kryptonite something." And then the guys
so
like,
they
"Yeah,
know,
it's called kryptonite."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They know it, but then somebody said Frank Grillo, the director of what's it called, the Suicide Squad guy. He was the one that said something like, "Oh, there's almost none left on the planet."
There's always almost none left on the planet.
Yeah, conveniently.
Yeah. Unobtainium.
Usually Lex is the one who has it, though.
Yeah.
So this pocket dimension, there's a bunch of people that I guess have pissed off Lex and Lois, and you don't like the pocket dimension?
I'm laughing at Tim's face when you said pocket dimension, because his face is what I'm feeling.
Sorry.
But continue.
I was just gonna say that Crypto is also here, but Lois and Jimmy and are trying to figure out what happened to Superman after he got kidnapped, because much like kidnappings over here, once you get thrown into that van, nobody keeps track of where you are. But anyway, so Lex. Wait, I don't know if am I skipping too far ahead? Where did Lex already? Oh no, it's Miss Tessmacher gets brought in, and now we find out that Miss Tessmacher and Jimmy have history, and they do the really annoying thing where Jimmy just kind of seems like he's using Miss Tessmacher, and she's talking about how much she missed him. But then we get to Lois at it looks like the Justice Hall, trying to talk to Guy Gardner.
So
and
let me interrupt real quick. James Gunn did say one fucking interesting thing in the commentary. The Hall of Justice, I think they called it. It's the old Cincinnati train station that they filmed it at, right? That outside shot. I think inside as well. And that's what the Super Friends cartoon had based the Hall of Justice on. So it's kind of literally the Hall of Justice from the Super Friends cartoon.
Oh shit! I didn't even know it was a real building.
Me either. So I did think that was the one interesting thing he had to say.
Well, the commentary was that bad?
It wasn't good. I was disappointed. He's done better work.
Anyway, Guy Gardner stole the scene for me in this the setup where he's basically going back and forth. I think what was it, the quote that Guy Gardner gave about being a man of was it man of the, not the man of the cloth, was it man of the cloth?
Yeah,
was the man? It was a man of the cloth.
Man of the cloth.
And basically, nobody wants to help. Nobody wants to help Lois find Clark. And then Mr. Terrific lets on that he puts nanites into everybody so he can track them.
How did he get nanites into Superman?
He's Mr. Terrific.
The engineer did
Fine. No, but how did it get into Superman's bloodstream? Like, what needle did he use to do that?
He could have put it in his food.
I was going to say, imagine once you're in there, you can find a way.
All right.
This is also when we find out about the hypnotizing glasses, which I was like, oh, did not know that. But yeah,
pretty.
But
stupid.
Batman.
I missed that. I missed that stupid detail.
But for what it's worth, Batman does the whole like tagging and putting location devices on everybody. So
right, but he didn't say I put nanites into Superman's bloodstream.
Yeah, he did.
Just don't No, Batman didn't. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like so. I think they over-explain this stuff and it just gets him into trouble. Anyways.
But Mr. Terrific ends up agreeing to help Lois, and they run out to I don't even know what it's called, the Terrific vehicle or the Terrific car.
Forget. It had a clever name, I thought, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. But it took like a whole minute for that garage door to like.
That joke didn't land.
Up.
That joke did not land. It didn't, like, you needed to break tension with that kind of a joke. Like if there was like some urgent thing happening and the music's going and then they're like, we got to go right now. And they run out there and then you cut to that scene. It's open up slowly. That works. There was nothing happening before this. It was a bad joke.
Yeah. I don't know if, it probably would have been better. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been better after the following scene. I feel like they were trying to introduce something funny before they shot the halal guy.
Maybe they cut something out in editing and forgot that the joke relied on that.
Yeah,
I've done that, so I can believe it.
Happens to the best of them.
Colby, do you know who Mr. Handsome is? The fairy guy driving.
Oh, the super creepy looking thing.
The super creepy guy. Yeah.
No,
because Lex actually calls him Mr. Handsome.
I think it was just something James Gunn made up.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, they basically, I forget what the name of the guys. I said it earlier. Lex basically shoots a guy in the head, which was pretty traumatic for Superman.
Oh,
it does say that he was made up for this. I was like, I don't know.
That guy?
Mr. Handsome.
Mr. Handsome. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, in the commentary, James Gunn said that he made Lex Luthor kill that guy so that you would know that he's really bad.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess that works, but it seemed out of place to me with how tame the rest of the movie is. I mean, like Superman saving squirrels at one point. Like, I know it's Lex Luthor. I guess you're going to the other extreme with it. Superman saving squirrels, Lex Luthor's killing immigrants.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should have been able to take anybody, but they magically pulled in the guy from the very beginning, Malik, with the cart, I guess, that he gave.
I mean, for Superman plot reasons, I could
really shot himself in the foot when he gave him a hot dog.
Yeah,
or in the head.
But yeah. So anyway, our favorite scene, I think all of us agree, is our favorite scene comes up where Mr. Terrific lands right in front of the base, because that's where the nanites or whatever his tracking device is last puts Superman. And I'm a huge fan of what they did with Mr. Terrific and how they showcase his tech, because that was a pretty badass scene.
My one complaint about this badass scene is that James Gunn ruined it in the commentary by saying,
no, what did he say?
He said it's a fake one shot. So like it kind of looks like it's a one shot, but he said it's not really a one shot. It's 3 shots stitched together, and he kind of pointed out where they were, and it's pretty good. It's convincing, but I don't know if either 3 of you have seen a movie. It's a French movie. I know Colby hasn't seen it, It's a French movie called Mads. And well, I've kind of already given it away, but it's the entire thing is a one shot. And I didn't realize it until I was like 2/3 of the way through. I was like, wait, these are really long takes, because I was like, it's a good movie. And then I looked after the fact, like the entire thing is one shot. It took him 5 tries to do it. And it's like, it's not like all in one room. It goes all over the city. There's all kinds of action happening. It's a good movie. It's called Mads. Check it out. That's how you get so if this like an independent filmmaker can do it, James Gunn, you can do a one shot.
Wasn't Birdman one shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good movie though.
It wasn't.
I don't think it was one shot. I think it had long shots, but I don't know.
Oh, I was actually gonna bring up exactly that. Tim I thought that was the big claim to fame for Birdman was
maybe
was the whole thing, but it wasn't good. I actually had that on my list of something
super
to check
boring.
Out. Yeah, that's too bad.
Oh man.
Anyway,
do you want a good one shot movie? There's a movie. Wait, it's called One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, I have not seen that yet. I know Colby loves it. Yeah. It's on my list. I haven't seen it.
Wait, is it a zombie movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes-ish, from what I understand.
Yes. Just watch it. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. I've heard not to read too much up on it, so I've been avoiding, but I need to watch it. But it's in a foreign language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's something
Japanese,
I'm going to I have to read. So that means I have very little time to watch that kind of a movie.
I think tell them you're podcasting.
I think it's Korean, but
was it Korean?
I think it's Korean. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a ton of dialogue, and it's a zombie movie is about right. Anyway, I don't care if it was done in one shot. It looks awesome, and it really shows off. The Justice Society is like old school superheroes in the comics anyway. So like to have somebody who does like the tech stuff is really sort of breaking what these guys do. And I think Mr. Terrific is very, very cool.
I think he's terrific.
I think he's great. He has a stupid
I
mask,
think he's hardcore.
Although I don't like the way he says picometer incorrectly. He says picometer.
Really?
Yep. I noticed these dumb things.
I think out of everybody, I like his attitude the most.
Oh yeah.
Or his I ain't got time for this shit like feel. And then I guess what comes next is the Superman's rescue from the pocket dimension. And I gotta say, this is definitely in my list of things I probably could have cut out, even though I did like seeing Metamorpho's powers. I don't know. Thoughts, guys? They're escaping from apparently a random black hole.
Everybody's dead. Everybody in there is dead from the radiation given off by that guy doing fusion.
Creating a sun.
To create a sun. The antiproton river's stupid. Why are antiprotons giant cubes? Why are they touching anything else and not immediately annihilating it? Why is the black hole a literal hole? It could have been dumber. James Gunn said that it was supposed to be the River Pi, a river of the most dangerous numbers. On the plus side, it would have hurt Superman somehow.
That's another DC thing is numbers. I don't want to get into it, but like Darkseid's big thing is finding the anti-life equation, which is numbers. There's a whole numbers thing, so let's not get too far into it.
Agreed.
If I was going to say anything bad about this movie, this part goes on considerably longer than it needs to. All of it. All of this
Agreed.
Inside the Other Dimension stuff drags and is dumb. I would have preferred the numbers because then I would have been the guy going, whoa, they're doing the numbers thing. They're doing the anti-life equation thing.
It wouldn't have been any dumber.
It wouldn't have been any dumber, and it also would have been another thing where non-comic book people would have been like, well, that's stupid. And then the comic book people would have been like, well, yay, they did the numbers thing.
They did the stupid thing.
They did the stupid. I love the stupid thing. I think I've figured out why I like this movie, because there's a lot of stupid stuff that I've loved since I was, again, 8 years old. I've been reading these comic books. So the dumb stuff that happens in this, I'm like, yay, it's the dumb stuff I like.
But I do want to say one positive thing about the design in general and this, for like the floor and the pocket dimension and the rift. And it's the design of the crust. It's like this square spiral, and it looks like bismuth, the metal bismuth. If you've like, that makes the coolest crystals.
Yeah.
That was an excellent choice. I could look at that all day.
It's really pretty. Colby, out of curiosity, did you like Deadpool and Wolverine?
No.
Okay.
No.
But that was a lot of like comic book fan service compared to this.
Yes. But it was fan service that instead of just doing it, they were like, here's some fan service for you. Here's a fan service thing. Here's your fan service. Hey, fan, here's your service.
You want a side order of fan service?
Yeah. They shoved it down your throat instead of just doing it. Plus, I'm sick of Ryan Reynolds at this point.
I think that movie did it for me. I think I was like, by my third rewatch of that for the podcast, I was like, I think I get it now. I think I understand why people are tired of this guy.
I still think that Green Lantern movie could have been better if they would have done one thing and they would have made him Kyle Rayner instead of Hal Jordan. Ooh. Automatic +2 points to that movie, because he didn't act like Hal Jordan. He acted like Kyle Rayner. So they could have just
He's
made
not
him
Hal
that.
Jordan.
No, he's not.
Yeah. That's too bad. I was looking forward to that Green Lantern movie.
We got to move on.
Yeah, we got to move on.
Sorry. All right. So Superman escapes. Lois takes him to heal, but she can't take him to the forest, the Fortress of Solitude, because she has no idea where that is. So she takes him to the Kent farm, and I don't know. I like the Kents. There was some complaint from certain folks in the political sphere that the Kents were made to look too stupid, but I don't know.
They are comically hillbilly, and
I
didn't have a problem with it, but it's just they toned it down a little bit.
Comically hillbilly, but they are insanely insightful, which I think works, because it plays on the stereotype of them looking the way they do. And then this is the last thing that I have like strong feelings for. But when Pa Kent is talking to Clark and they're on the swing outside, and he's talking about how what your parents wanted for you isn't the important part. It's what you want, and like the way that you are as a person is the important part. I cried when he was doing that speech. I'm like, that is fucking beautiful, and the way he delivers it is perfect. And that's exactly what Clark needed to hear when he was saying it. And I think it was probably the most powerful thing that happened in the movie. And again, that hit me specifically hard, because that reminded me of the relationship that I have with my dad, who's a hard ass a lot of the time, but when he knows that I need comfort, he knows exactly how to comfort me. So I really felt what Clark was feeling when his dad was talking to him. And I think it was perfectly acted. I think it was perfectly scripted, and I think it worked exactly the way it needed to.
I really like Pruitt Taylor Vince, who plays his dad. I like that actor. And I certainly do not disagree with anything that you just said, but I felt more listening to you talk about it than I did when I was watching the movie.
Because you were annoyed by now.
I was annoyed by then. I was annoyed by then. That's right. But I could tell that you're very affected by it, and
yeah,
you know, I get it. That, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah, I wish that he would give that speech to every Asian dad out there who never tells their kid that that they are valued or that they're proud of them.
This show has gotten wonderfully sentimental. I appreciate the honesty roundtable
or something.
No, but yeah, I like that. I'm with you, Colby. That was the best part. That to me was like why I loved this movie a lot. Was it just goes back to the heart of Superman being. To your point, Zach, about how like this guy can do whatever. Like why doesn't he just smash everybody to pieces? Like he doesn't, because these parents and their teachings are at the core of the guy.
This movie it gets to the heart of Superman. It showcases what's interesting about Superman. Again, if it would have been a Zack Snyder movie and we would have been focusing on how he's invincible and can take out anybody with one punch, that's not the interesting part of Superman. This is the fact that he can do all that stuff and he doesn't, because he's a human. He has human emotions despite not being a human. So yes,
yep. Superman
has always been an immigrant story, and this does it perfectly. And this scene is why. Because like I said, the underground stuff was dragging out like me talking about it. And I was like, all right, let's get this over with. And then it got split up with this. And I'm like, all right, I'm back in. I am back in on this movie because of this scene.
Speaking of humans that were pissed off about stuff, Lex Luthor was really pissed that Superman escaped, and he pretty much got to the point where he was like, fuck all this shit. I'm going to open the portal up all the way, and then I'll make Superman come to me, and then we'll teach him who's the boss. So that's what he did. And we all know what happens after that. Clark wakes up in the morning. He's telling his mom how much he loves her and everybody, and his mom tells him to go look at the screen, and he's getting ready to head over to Baravia, because the people there are pretty much getting ready to invade Jaranpur. But he also doesn't realize that Metropolis is in trouble, and I totally skipped over the part where Miss Tessmacher got kidnapped by Lex Luthor, but not before she had sent over all her selfies to Jimmy, and Jimmy cracked the code of why. Well, actually, no, Jimmy didn't do anything. He gave all the files over to Lois, and she cracked the story and figured out what Miss Tessmacher had sent him. So I guess the final battle, Mr. Terrific tells Superman not to go to Baravia because they've got a bigger problem, and he's watching the rift pretty much wreck Metropolis. And so Superman flies to Metropolis, and I didn't really see it. I mean, I didn't see it coming when the rest of the Justice Gang headed over to Baravia, but I was really pleased that they did.
I didn't like the little kid going, Superman, Superman, Superman.
Oh man, I love that scene.
It's so annoying. They couldn't have got a less annoying kid.
Kids are annoying, man.
That's
I got two of them. I should know.
I liked that kid. Because I don't know, just the innocence of the little fella, and I was also kind of confused as to like, well, is he going to be in two places at once? And turned out he didn't have to be. But I don't know. Do you guys want to go through a play-by-play of the fight?
No.
I
do not. There's the middle fingers, and that's all we really need to talk about.
The fight in Jaranpur, or the fight with Ultraman?
Or the Ultraman fight.
Oh, I got a couple of notes on it. Go ahead, Tim.
The only thing that it was fine. It was a fight, whatever. they did that thing, and it's such a trope, and I'm so tired of it. I'm just becoming such a curmudgeon about it. Like the last minute save by the character you were supposed to not have been thinking about, with the dog, Crypto coming to save him just before. It's cool, and maybe for the kid who's seeing that movie for the first time, and maybe he's new to movies. Oh, great, cool. The bitchin' dog shows up out of nowhere and saves the day. But as a 40-year-old man who's been watching movies, for as long as I have, I'm so tired of it, of the last minute save. It cuts all the tension out of every moment they're trying to create.
Why did it take him so long to be like, oh, I should call in Crypto? There was a whole long, boring fight scene before that. He could have called in Crypto at any time. Wrapped it right up. Plus, it's kind of another thing that he kind of just borrowed from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when was the dog in that one saves Kraglin at the end. It's the whole good
Cosmo
dog thing, right? Yes. Yeah. So Cosmo and Crypto.
See Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I actually don't think you would like it, but I would be curious to know.
I'm out of Marvel movies after Endgame. I literally haven't seen any since Endgame.
Except for
Deadpool, Wolverine,
Thunderbolts,
and Thunderbolts.
Oh, and Thunderbolts. That's right. You got me back into it. You son of a bitch.
Right. It's been my plan all along. I thought it was.
Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, I was just saying there's just a few notes of complaints, basically. But what's her name? The engineer is suffocating him, and he flies up high, I guess to make her pass out or something like that. And then she's crashing back down. Did she need to yell, "I won't survive the impact"? Could we not have shown that? Which, by the way, she did survive, according to James Gunn.
See, she was trying to throw you off.
Apparently.
I'm not listening to anything that comes from the commentary. Once again, it's your fault for watching the commentary. So if you're annoyed by the stuff that comes in the commentary, that's on you, my guy.
Only Superman has survived the Ultraman reveal. Everybody in the audience already knew by then. Are we to the point where Luthor's yelling things yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Then I hand it back to you, sir.
As a comic book fan, Colby, maybe you can tell me, was the inclusion of Ultraman, the reveal of Ultraman, exciting?
No.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
No,
good.
it was. I mean, it was whatever. Okay, that explains why he was able to again get into the Fortress of Solitude and why he could hold his own. But having Superman being given fight instructions by Lex Luthor makes sense why the equivalent fighter added, you add the tactics of Lex Luthor, why he would be able to defeat Superman every time. That being said, yelling the codes and typing the codes into the thing is stupid. But it makes sense that to have an equal fighter and then add the tactics that Superman doesn't have yet in his arsenal makes sense that he beats him every time.
That's fair. That it's just that some of the reviews I watched and everything is people are and then it was revealed it was Ultraman the whole time. This is great. And I'm a clone? This is isn't this kind of the thing that a lot of movies have done? And,
I think that might be post when I was reading the comics hardcore anyway, so I didn't really care.
Okay.
I mean,
and from what I read too, it seemed like Ultraman, the depiction in this one was a little a mixture of Ultraman and Bizarro Superman at the same time. They kind of just combined them into one weird, goofy Superman lookalike type thing.
And dumb.
I don't know. Yeah, and dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb enough to throw away into a black hole.
He does make a pretty good dumb face.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the Ultraman in the comic books because it's just it's not even Superman. It's just a really, really powerful guy that from a parallel universe that has a evil like Justice League, basically, but it's not exactly Superman. And I did like the whole like this is probably just them setting it up for Bizarro to join the universe. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I don't know. Did you guys like the part where he basically heat visioned himself, or Bizarro, I guess, or
I didn't like any of
heat
this.
visioned himself? Oh, I always thought like, why when you're fighting, why wouldn't you use your heat vision and just plow through somebody's face at full power?
Why would you just use a cheat code? I'm going to tell you guys a short story. My dad was a big Superman fan as a kid, and he loved Superman. He was a little kid, and he got a little older, and he wrote a letter to DC or whoever was publishing Superman at the time, and like the early 60s, and basically just said, hey, since Superman's like all powerful and can defeat all enemies and basically, that nothing on Earth could ever stop him, like, why doesn't he just go find all the bad guys and beat them ahead of time before they can do any harm to the city? And I don't know, it was just a little kid. I was just trying to get some more information as why this god didn't just, stop all crime all the time, no matter what, since he could, and he waited. And then something like a month later, he got a letter back that was a comic that he already had. And the letter said, thank you for your interest in Superman. And that was basically it. And then and he said, after that, I didn't read any Superman comics anymore because I never understand why this perfect godlike being thing on the planet wouldn't just stop all the bad things.
That's pretty funny. Your dad makes a lot of sense.
I thought he was gonna get a good letter back.
No, not at all. Because that's not an answerable question. Yeah.
Shut up, kid.
They kind of I don't know if you've read it, Colby, but the injustice story arc, that kind of answers it when Superman goes crazy because Lois Lane is pregnant and the Joker kills her. And, actually, the Joker doesn't kill her. He tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane with her kid in her, and he goes insane, and he basically gets pissed off that Batman could have stopped Joker anytime, and he kills the Joker exactly like with his heat vision. He just melts the dude in place, and then he starts on this whole warpath of I'm just gonna get rid of crime because I should have done this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole story arc is the answer, or what should have been the answer.
What year did that come out? Because maybe I'll show my dad.
It actually started as a video game.
I was gonna say I never read the comics, but I played those games.
Yeah, it started as a video game where it's just like the superheroes fighting each other, and the whole premise was that Superman was tricked into basically killing the Joker, or not killing Lois Lane, and then he just starts this evil arc, and people start siding against him, and Batman of all people is definitely like the one that like leads the resistance. But it's a really great story arc actually. But anyway, Zach is
his birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna
we gotta fucking wrap this up.
Sorry. Let's see. One thing I did like towards in the big fight was when Superman had all of those Stormwatch or the Planet Watch agents come through, and he just fucked all of them up, which shouldn't have been pretty easy anyway.
He was like spinning around with laser eyes. How many people did he kill on the streets doing that? And then they all fall on the ground. They're like, ow, my belly. And they're all okay. They just have like a little laser mark across them.
The lasers aren't always full power. He's not Cyclops.
Well, clearly, because he did not, just hitting them in the belly with it.
Yeah, he can control how strong those lasers are coming out of his eyes. He's not Cyclops. Okay. They're not coming out full power all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. So for you, Zach, there are a couple of speeches from Lex Luthor about why he hates Superman, and a couple more speeches about why Lex Luthor himself is such a genius, and there's a really good speech that Superman gives about why he is human, and how he just puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like Beyonce does, and then Crypto fucks him up. But then, what do you call it? Mr. Terrific saves the day and fixes the computer, and they close the portal.
Did you notice that the Crypto fucking him up was like exactly the same as when the Hawk grabbed Loki? It was just like slamming him around at the top of.
I was half expecting that, actually.
Yeah, it was like the exact same thing.
But then Lex wouldn't have survived that because he's only human.
Yeah. He would have been mush.
But
which would have been pretty entertaining. You got him.
Would have been something. That would have been
Zach,
a James Gunn move.
You didn't like the whole like I am punk. I guess you are punk rock, and that whole.
No, that was
none of that stuff was. Yeah.
Then nobody in this movie is punk rock. I'm not punk rock either. It's fine.
Cool. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys want to get into everything else since we're sort of running out of time. But do you want to just jump into the what I loved part?
I do want to say one thing about Supergirl at the end. Like, so she's a drunk and she parties on planets with red suns so that she can get drunk. But she came back here. Why is she still drunk? It's she should have not been drunk. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was like, it was a long way to go for a bad joke. And I didn't even look at the trailer for the new Supergirl movie. If I hadn't seen this movie, I probably would be excited for it. But I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it.
I feel like if you see the trailer, you're going to be even more like, I'm never going to watch this Supergirl movie.
Great. But then I will not watch the trailer. Perfect.
It gave very big like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, I thought.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I don't know. All right. So does anyone else, I'm ready to move on to changes we'd like to have seen, which I just would have to list the entire movie, so I'm not going to bother.
What I loved about the movie was, I've said it before, it's got the Superman heart. It does all of the DC stupid stuff, which for me personally, it's exactly what I wanted to see. Exactly what I wanted to see was the dumb stuff that they do in the comic books. Don't ground these movies in reality. Make them as stupid as the comic books have been for years, and I'm happy.
I don't know. I think it's a golden opportunity right now with like the kickstarting of the new DCU kind of thing to really, really focus on script and story. And this one I felt like was like halfway there, but then it just kind of took a turn, and I lost interest in what the story was they were trying to tell me. So, a lot of unique characters, which was good, and kind of sets the stage for a lot of, I guess what they're going to be doing with whatever they're going to be doing. But man, there's definitely a sense of like okay, folks, back to basics that I'd love to see more of.
Yeah, I think for me, what I would change, the Superman bingo fight, where he's just calling out the plays. I wish if I could edit that, I would edit that whole thing
bingo
out.
Fight.
But the escape scene from the pocket dimension, that's also at the top of that list. I just that went on way too long. But I think
that's my. Sorry to interrupt, George. I have one thing I would have changed, and it's edit this shit down. Like, it could all be there. Edit it down, and make that, especially the third quarter of the movie drags. You could have edited that down to probably, take 15 minutes off of that movie, and it would have worked a lot better, all of it.
Yeah, I think this movie would have worked perfect at an hour 45 versus 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have liked it better.
Yeah, but I don't know. But what I love still eclipsed everything I would change, because I still think Lois and Clark this is the best Lois and Clark ever. Even though I do love some of the previous incarnations, especially don't like the Batman versus Superman incarnation, but whatever. The Pa Kent speech still at the top of my list of one of the biggest displays of this movie's heart. The Superman speech at the end about him being human, and then the Justice Gang saving the Jarhanpurians, with the green middle fingers fucking up all those tanks, and just Guy Gardner also is a huge, like, I love that guy, and what do you call it, Mr. Terrific, and just like the heart in this movie. I feel like that's what I was missing out of the whole DC universe. I remember reading an article where some Sony executive was quoted as like, yeah, or some WB executive was quoted as like, yeah, the DC universe is gonna be dark. We're gonna be gritty. That's what's gonna set us apart from Marvel. That's where we're gonna kill it. And I was just like, oh man, this guy just doesn't fucking get it. Um, and that's to your point, Tim. This is what I love about this movie is just getting back to the basics of like this stuff is meant. Superman's meant to like inspire you and supposed to inspire you to be a better human being. And that heart is what I got out of this movie and why I liked it as much as I did.
Okay. Let's move on to rating. Rotten Tomatoes says all critics 83%, top critics 72%, all audience 85%, verified audience is 90%, which, you know, I want everybody to recall that when this first came out, it was like 95% across the board. And so I think that this, to me, everybody was excited that it wasn't boring like Superman Returns and it wasn't super edgelordy like Man of Steel. And so everyone's like, yeah, it's great. And then I think it's just people have come to the realization that it's not that great. I personally think those scores are high, but I don't think anybody's surprised by that. I have an entire page of bitching that I'm going to skip over because we gotta fucking move this thing along. I did not like Zach. It. That's all right. No, it was good conversation. I just like, I can't edit 2 3-hour episodes in a row. I expected
better
news
for you, Zach.
Yeah. Well, and I want to get to surprise. Tim prepared a quiz, and I want to get to that. We are not skipping that. So I expected better from James Gunn. It's a D tier for me, and I give it 5 out of 10 T-spheres. Congratulations, George. That's the highest score I've given any movie that you have picked.
Yeah, but but like. The only thing is that this is the first movie I actually gave you that I liked. The other movies, I pretty much expected you to tank. And
I didn't think I was going to dislike it this much. I really did recall thinking that it was okay. And the more I watched it, the more I had problems with it, which is oftentimes what happens.
It's not Lucy.
It is not Lucy. And I do not recommend it unless you lower your expectations way, way, way down. So... What are your guys' tiers and scores and recommendations?
Oh my God. If we have a quiz to do, I have to get stuff from my sick wife. So I'm going to speed this up.
Bail on the quiz again?
I think this is an A tier movie. I give it 8 out of 10. I don't think you have to get your expectations lower. I think you have to expect stupid comic book stuff. If you're looking for comic book stuff, this is a great comic book movie. If you're looking for movie stuff, it might not be a good movie, but if you want the comic book stuff, this is it.
Tim?
I guess I'd say go back in time and go watch it in the movie theater and have a different experience than watching it at home. You know, like see the big loud booms in high fidelity in front of you and have it take up your entire face. Because that's how I saw it. And that's how I liked it. And I did watch it again, kind of in preparation for the show. And I mean, I was only half paying attention to it, you know? And I realized by the end of it, it's like, oh, shit, that superhero fatigue is still there. So the fact that I made the effort to go out and see it and like try to experience like the big version of it really framed a lot of how I felt about it. And it did bring me out of like the dark crap that's everywhere. And it kind of gave me a little bit more, it felt a little bit more innocent, especially the first half of it felt a little bit more innocent than a lot of the Marvel and DC movies that have come out in a long time. And I appreciated that. Like, I appreciated that it was, you know, it was being a little bit more lighthearted, without going way over the top lighthearted. Like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of does that. They go way over the top with the lightheartedness, for better or worse. And this one just kept it pretty level, and it was kind of it was the right amount for me. So I would probably say 8 out of 10 in theaters, and then maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10 if you watch it after that.
We'll call it a 7.
7.
So is that a B tier?
Sure, let's call it a B.
All right. You're still recommending it?
Sure.
Okay. You're so positive.
I'm going to give it an 8.5. I still love this thing. I think I'm also a little bit spoiled because when I watch it, when I did the rewatch, I was watching it in the Vision Pro, and that's like full on 3D, and I can make the screen pretty much as big as I want, and it's in my face. So it's like watching it in the theater, and it's just with the AirPods on, and it's still like awesome. And just anytime I see Superman flying and breaking the sound barrier, and just it's awesome. So it's still for me 8.5, just because I keep getting that feeling of fuck man, that whole you believe a man can fly, that still gets to me. And it brings DC back to the table to me for all the superhero movies.
What tier would you give it?
Oh, tier. I'd still be an A. High A, but still A.
All right. Well, Tim has been good enough to prepare a quiz for the rest of us to play. And I'm going to hand it over to you, Tim.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to a little simple custom game that I built out called Fun Fact, Superman Edition. It's not super long, I promise. But, so back on the show that I used to run, we created new games as often as we could, but this one was just like the Superman movie, a little bit more back to basics. So the way it's going to work is let's go around the table maybe on answers on this one, or you guys can shout out. Which would you prefer? Would shout outs be faster, easier, more fun? Do you want me to keep score? Like, what do you want here?
Shout outs are faster, I think.
Yeah, let's do shout outs.
Shout outs. All right, cool. I can keep score.
We're going to do shout outs. Nice. Okay, appreciate that.
You can trust me.
Awesome. So the way this one works is that basically I have 8 questions, and then after each of those questions, I have a fun fact about the question that includes a harder part of the question. So, yeah. So it's total like 16, but we can jump through them pretty quickly, I think. All right. So number 1. Since the year 2000, how many U.S. theatrical release movies have featured Superman?
I'm going to say 5.
Nope.
6.
3.
Nope. Sorry, the answer is 7. 7.
Oh, 7.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was
not.
Close.
They haven't all had Superman in the title, but Superman.
Right. Well, I almost said 3, and then I was like, oh wait, no, there's Justice League and all that.
Yeah.
So, fun fact: if you include all direct-to-video and TV / streaming service releases, that number jumps to closest to the pin. What do you think the number is since 2000?
16.
Yeah, I was going to say
14.
15.
What do you think, George?
I was going to say 15.
Oh, closest to the pin would be Zach with 57. He's been in 57 movies.
Oh my god,
57?
Yes,
episodes of TV shows.
No, it's not. It's animated movies. It's Lego stuff.
Oh.
It's anything that Superman's been in.
Wow. Does that even count like the ending of Peacemaker season 1 where the Justice League just shows up as a silhouette?
Was that a movie?
Maybe. It's
TV show.
No, this was just movies.
Straight to DVD, movies. Straight to holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. All right. That's 1 point for Zach, I think, in that round. Okay. For question 2, James Gunn created blank. The characters James Clark created. Let me start over. James Gunn created blank for the characters Clark, Lex, Eve, Metamorpho, and the Engineers for your listening pleasure.
Playlist.
That's right. Well done, George.
Very good.
All right. Fun fact. Clark likes pop punk. Lex likes the 80s. Eve likes pop. Metamorpho likes new wave and synth pop. And guess what genre the Engineer likes?
Metal.
Mm-mm.
Industrial.
New metal.
Yeah, Colby got it. It's industrial.
Nice.
Industrial.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yep. All right, question 3. One of the actors had portrayed a version of their character previously in other media. Name the actor.
One of the actors in this movie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could name most of the actors in this.
You could name this one.
Wait, portrayed their character in another media?
Yeah, portrayed a version of their character in other media.
I'm going to say Taylor Pruitt Vince.
Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He voice acted for Hal Jordan version of Green Lantern in several animated films.
Right.
And he also worked with James Gunn in multiple previous films Gunn directed. Closest to the pin, how many James Gunn movies was Nathan Fillion in?
12.
6.
I was going to say 24.
Colby was closest to the pin. 7 movies. Nathan's
Okay,
been in
there you go.
7
Wow.
movies directed by James Gunn. Before the 2025 movie, what was the last movie where the gold S was featured on Superman's cape?
Shazam. Shazam 2, I mean. Sorry. No, it's not.
On his
Black
cape, not
Adam.
on his chest.
That's what it was.
Superman Returns.
No.
Superman 3.
Oh, on his cape.
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Fun fact, the S featured on the cape and on his chest doesn't stand for Superman, but rather a Kryptonian symbol for hope. And I'll give you $1 million if you can guess who came up with that now canon idea.
Yeah, fuck
Wasn't it
Zack
Zack
Snyder.
Snyder?
No.
It wasn't?
Amy Adams.
Uh-uh.
I don't know.
Marlon Brando.
Oh, no shit.
Marlon Brando's idea that's what that S stood for.
Okay.
And it stuck for some reason. It totally stuck.
I thought they made up that bullshit for Man of Steel.
Number 5, eschewing the traditional name and hearkening back to a classic depiction, LexCorp isn't called LexCorp in this movie. It's called what?
Luthor Corp.
Luthor Corp is correct. Well done, George. That was the name used in the Smallville series that ran from 2001 to 2011, in which it was depicted that Luthor Corp was started by Lex's father, whose name was?
Lionel Luthor.
Well, damn, George is on top of
Nice.
it. Well done. All right, number 6. Speaking of brand names, name a food, beverage, or food or beverage brand exclusive to DC that appears in the movie on signage, disposable containers, etc.
The burger joint. Dang it.
Again, a little harder here towards the end. Anybody?
I don't. I'll just throw out a guess. Pepsi.
Nah, there's a version of the DC version of Pepsi is called Zesty Cola.
Oh, nice.
We have Big Belly Burger, Jitters,
Big Belly Burger. This one.
Soders, Chacos, and said by name was Dough Holes. Fun fact, when Ultraman uses his heat vision on the office building early in the film, he interrupts a pitch meeting featuring which of those brands?
Dough holes.
Chacos.
Yep. Chacos is
Big Belly
correct.
Burgers?
Nice.
Well done, Colby. Got 2 more here, guys. Come on. Home stretch. What is Supergirl's real name?
Kara Zor-El.
Kara Zor-El.
Kara Zor-El is right. I think George might have said it first.
I didn't hear the whole thing from George.
He didn't?
Oh,
I didn't hear the whole thing from George. Did you say the whole thing,
Kara Zor-El.
George?
Yeah,
Yeah, did
I
you
might
say
have
the whole
cut out.
thing?
I think he said.
I did say
Okay.
Kara Zor-El.
Okay. All right.
Fun fact on Krypton, gender naming customs give men a personal name plus their family name and give women a personal name plus their father's name. Hence, Kara, daughter of Zor-El, is Kara Zor-El. What's Superman's mother's name?
Shoot, I don't remember.
The top.
Samantha.
Taylor.
Lauren. Laura Lorvon is her name.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I did know
Last one.
that.
Last one. How many in-universe days did this movie span?
1.
4.
6?
The answer is 7. It was determined by newspapers and TV headlines. I think it was from March 17th to the 24th or something like that. I can't remember. Or May 24th. The number, speaking of numbers, the number 3 holds significance in the movie. Too nerdy for me to deep dive in on here, but even the original Ultraman is associated with the number 3, seeing as how he is originally from the planet what?
3. Tryon.
Earth 3.
Earth 3?
Too far
Earth
off.
3, yeah.
I give myself half credit.
That is all my
Where was
questions.
Alpha Tryon
Who
from?
came out on top on this one?
That was great. So I had 1 point. Michael had 3 points, and George had 5.
Well done.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Congratulations, George. Yeah, sure thing.
I was feeling the heat with that one.
George is paying attention, unlike some other people.
We're in the final stretch here. Real quick, the next not AVPCU will be my pick. And I'm actually going to pick something that's AVPCU adjacent. And so this is everybody's chance to guess what it's going to be. It's one of my favorite movies, which should be enough hint for Colby and George to get.
Oh, it's that movie that I already forgot the name of.
Yes.
Prometheus.
Yeah. It shares a director and 2 cast members with Alien Resurrection.
Yep. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the name of it.
We were just talking about this.
Of Lost Children.
The amount that I am not going to watch that movie is infinite.
So you're sitting that one out. Got it. We'll be bringing back Blue Williams actually for that one because she's the only other person I know who adores that movie, let alone has seen it. So, George, if you want to sit that one out too, that's fine. Tim, you can sit in if you want.
No, I actually want to watch a movie that you wouldn't shut up about. You loved it.
I want to know what you think about it. I want to know what Colby thinks about it too, but he's not going to like it, so that's fine. He can sit up. And I don't want to edit a 3-hour fucking podcast again. So, Tim, do you have any plugs?
No.
Okay, check out your purling.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. Follow me on Instagram. You can. There you go. Follow me on Instagram. I'm mothic.art, and you can see all my video game perler designs that I do.
All right. They're pretty cool. You do good work.
Thank you.
And Colby?
Jack Billings presents a comedy sitcom audio podcast and This Bizarre Adventure, where we talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm about to pee in my pants.
All right. I can't wait for it. you can go if you want. I'm on Retro Game Club sometimes. And that's it for Superman. The very next episode should be a return to the AVPCU series with Alien vs. Predator from August 13th, 2004. If you want to contact us, you can email us at absolutelythebestpodcast@gmail.com. I just see Colby trying not to pee. Join our Discord. There's a link in the show notes. We also have links there to our socials and a couple ways that you can help support the show. Please leave us a review and help us spread the word. Tell your friends, tell a metahuman, and tell a Kryptonian. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.
Absolutely the Best Podcast is a production of Audio Johnny, a subsidy of Corporation Johnny. Corporation Johnny. If it exists, we own it.
All right, that's it. I would love to stick around and bullshit, but we are out of time.
Bye, fellas. Nice meeting you, Tim.
We're scheduled out enough. All right. Thank you very much, Tim. You're the best, man.
It was fun. Appreciate it.
Take care. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Superman, 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 Superman.
I'm leaving.